Yeah. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your man, marqnash. He is I am he. Another one. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. Let's get into it, man. We got to talk about this fight that just went down. Mr. Gary Russell Jr., he faced off against Mark Magsayo. Mark Magsayo was all smoke. He was all there for it. We took a survey before the fight, and people were telling me we had over 402 votes. Out of 402 votes, wow. A resounding 52% say he was going to stop Gary. Gary did not get stopped. So, yeah, man, that's crazy. I ain't mad at it. Like, that's what people said when we took the survey. As y'all know, I did get a strike on the main page. So we over here on the backup page. I'm going to drop the link out there so y'all can chop it up with me. I'm going to open the phone lines so you can call in. And, yeah, same show. Let's open these phone lines up because I was talking to my boy from D.C., and my boy from D.C. just assured me Gary Russell was going to win this fight. He might be the reason I got the strike because he did not win this fight. Mark Magsayo came in there and did what he had to do. Shout out to Mark Magsayo. Like, golly, bro. Like, as good as he did, let's keep it a buck, as good as Mark Magsayo did, he wasn't able to stop Mr. Gary Russell. Mark Magsayo went in there, represented for his people, became a champion. You got to give him credit for that. You got to respect this man. You got to salute him. Let me make sure I got the phone lines open. Open up these phone lines, take some calls. Because at the end of the day, Gary was out the ring for a long time. Now, Gary did hurt his shoulder. It was obvious, but come on. He didn't get it done, bro. He did not get the job done. And Mark Magsayo was in there doing everything he was supposed to do. He was everything he said he was going to be, too. Wow, what a fight. What a fight. Now, I ain't going to lie. I thought Mark Magsayo, if he was a better boxer, could have won that fight. I believe if Gary Russell Jr. had two hands, I think he could have beat him. Because Gary Russell Jr., you want to keep it a buck, man. And I ain't making no excuses because he lost. He lost. I mean, like, yeah, I feel you, Kev. At the end of the day, he lost though. I got to respect the judges. But I agree it could have been a draw, but I don't think old boy did enough to take the belt from the champion like that. But he did enough to win the fight, though. I get it. I got to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look back at this fight, you're going to realize when you count all the official scorecards, Gary Russell Jr., he was one round away from getting a draw with one hand. He's not getting no rematch, bro. He can cancel that. They ain't going to give him no rematch. Let him have surgery, rehab, and come in there with two good arms. Hell no. This guy barely beat him. And he ain't throw, I burped. He ain't throw no jab after what, the second round? Come on. Gary Russell got busy with one hand. I didn't think that was possible, but shout out to Mark Magsayo. He did everything he was supposed to do. My man said Magsayo has low ring IQ. Gary Russell had one hand. He was supposed to KO Gary or at least beat him convincingly. He couldn't catch him, bro. That was crazy. Like, he did enough to win, though. I got it. When you just look at the punches landed and thrown, I mean, I get it. It's hard to deny that. But when you watching when you look at the numbers, you see one story. But when you see the fight in real time, you be like, damn, he keep making a miss. How he keep missing like that? So we're gonna talk about it. I got a little time. Y'all, as y'all know, I got a strike on the main page. I gotta send them an email and see how they react to it. But yeah, man, Mark Magsayo shot the world today. He shocked the world. I'm proud of him. He did it for his family. But what's next for Gary Russell too, though? You get what I'm saying? What is next for Gary Russell? You never know. Nothing is promised in this boxing game. And this was a tough fight. This was definitely a tough fight. This was not no easy fight for either guy. Both guys walked away learning something about the other man that they did not know. Oh yeah, this was a tough one. And I like Gary, and but I told y'all before the fight, win, lose, or draw, I thought Gary Russell should go up in weight. I really thought Gary should go up in weight, win, lose, or draw. But I like Gary. I like Marq Magsayo. And I feel you, Kev. The ring IQ. I was when we was calling the fight before we got the strike, we was like, yo, this dude, Gary got one hand and he can't cut the ring off. Why this dude can't cut the ring off on Gary? Somebody said, shout out, let me do my drops too. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Yeah, man, we got a strike on the main page. The main page is marqnash. Bro, I looked up, I saw them damn numbers. I was like, wow. And that all them numbers drew some attention too, and we did get a strike. So it happens. It happens to the best of us. We ain't gonna cry about it. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna try to get the strike removed. If we can't, shit. So what? It'll go away. It'll definitely go away. Just gotta stay busy. I ain't gonna sit on the shelf like Gary Russell for 2 years. The whole time, hell no. Somebody said, hopefully get a rematch. Bro, why would you, bro? Call in, Kev. Number on the screen. 470-705-9507. 470-705-9507. I'm gonna share the link out. I just clicked the live and started talking. I ain't running the show counter. I ain't let the room populate. But let me share the link out real quick. Bear with me. Let me share the link out. Yeah, man, they don't gave your boy Marqnash a strike tonight. Gave me a strike. So look, let me share this link out. And while I'm sharing the link out, I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat, how did y'all score the fight? How did y'all score the fight? The official scorecards were 114, and the other two judges had it 115, 113. So that means Gary lost by 1 round with one hand. Say what you want to say about Gary. Gary only lost by 1 round. If he won one more round on both judges' card, he would have had a draw, a 3-way draw with one hand, bro. They ain't gonna give him a rematch. I understand Gary making him miss, but Gary only threw the right hand for 7. I feel you, bro. I feel you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I had to give the kid. I got to get the kid to win. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying. But Gary made a case for a 3-way draw. There's gonna be some people out there saying, "Yo, even with one hand, you couldn't drop him, you couldn't stop him, you couldn't cut off the ring." Like, we learned a lot about what Mr. Gary Russell is made of, but we also learned about, this kid Marq Magsayo is tough. But we also learned what he's missing. He's missing some things. Shout out to my guy right here, W right hand said, I scored a 7-5. 7-5. All right. Who else scored? Let me see the other scores. I'm gonna take some calls. Chop it up with me. We're on the backup page, man. They gave me a strike. On the main page. So we over here on the backup page. We're gonna see if we can have some fun and get it lit. Let me share this link out. I got a strike. Pull up. This is when you find out who your friends are, who your real friends are. But yeah, man, they gave me a strike for doing the commentary, which is crazy because I didn't show any of the fight. I didn't share any of the audio, but I did have their thumbnail. So maybe that's the case. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let me see what else I had. Let me see what else I had. All right, so this one right here, I got it on Twitter too. Shout out to Twitter. We got Cannon the cables. Oh, cable Cannon with the cables. Basically saying Gary Russell got old in one night. All right, all right. We're looking at some Twitter over here. Let me see what they're saying on Twitter. From what I'm hearing though, Gary Russell out here talking, still talking that smoke like he won though. Gary Russell out here talking like he won. Let me see what he said. Let me go back. He said, I beat that boy 10-2. Whoa. Gary, don't say you beat him 10-2. Gary nodding that. See, I ain't gonna say you beat him 10-2 now. Hold up. Whoa, Gary Russell.
Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I beat that boy, I beat that boy at least 10 rounds to 2, 9-3, man. Man, took the old boy to school, man. I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. I just want to come on here and show y'all some love, man. To the real supporters, you know what I'm saying? To the real fans, man. I appreciate it. Y'all seen what it was, man. They been trying to get a nigga out of the way, I guess. I don't know. But it is what it is, man. To the fans, man, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true dog at the end of the day, though. I've been fucked my arm up like 2 weeks before the camp. You know what I'm saying? We put the work in. Still fought. And to be honest with you, I outclassed them, outschooled them, outboxed them with one motherfucking arm, man. One arm, I got a whole torn tendon in my shit, man. This shit mean, man. To the fans, I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Y'all know what time it is, man. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Appreciate y'all, man.
Damn, Gary. Now I think you did good, but I don't think you did 10 rounds to 2. We got W ring right side. What up, man?
That's good, bro. Can you hear me?
Yep, you sound like you standing right here. Talk to me.
Damn, bro. I'm just embarrassed, man. And not by Mr. Gear performance. I was rooting for the brother. I like Mr. Gear. You feel me? But damn, man, the fans. I'm listening and I'm looking at the different reactions and shit, bro. Like, we got to be honest about this shit. The dude lost. You feel me? And I'm not saying Magsayo, he wasn't spectacular. He wasn't special. No, he wasn't at all. You feel me? And hell, what we found out is he really ain't a decent boxer. That's what we really found out. Because there were times that Gary Russell was having a lot of success with one hand against him. He was turning them. You feel me? He was throwing the lead left. Goddamn, getting out there, getting in and getting out, pop shotting them. But at the same time, Magsayo was hitting the body. He was the more active fighter, and it showed. I mean, of course, it's gonna happen that way when you ain't got no jab. When you ain't throwing the jab out there. You feel me? But bro, it's sad the way I'm. Man,
I ain't seen nobody reaction.
Say it again.
What they out there saying? They trying to say Gary got robbed?
Bro, everybody's saying Gary got robbed, bro. And I'm sitting here like,
nah, don't say that, B.
Don't say that, right? You feel like, and you know what I'm saying? I'm watching the fight and I'm like, damn, Gary, he gonna have to get the knockout. I already know what it is going into the later rounds. I'm like, and okay, a draw. I can see it. But at the same time, when you ain't got your right hand, you know what I'm saying? And that's your jab hand. And this man landing jabs. Showtime, they showed the statistics as far as jabbing go. Jabbing is the jab is the main punch in boxing. If you ain't got no jab, it's hard to fight in boxing.
Come on now.
And so if you ain't got that damn jab and you getting your ass whooped. And once again, I understand the right hand, the combos with the left hand, but when you throw and punch with one hand, bro, it's a real difficult fight to win. I give Gary, Mr. Gary Russell, I give him a lot of credit because you know he was out there, he was fighting, he put up a hell of a fight with one hand. My other problem though is bro, you came out before the fight talking about I got a slight injury.
Mm.
Right when you said that, my first thought was, you looking to get out of some shit? That was my first thought. Hey, don't fight it. You don't come out and say you got no injury. If you know what I'm saying, if you gonna say that, then you gonna put it out, bro. If you get in the ring, hey, put up or shut up, bro. You fight. If you getting in the ring, you fight. I don't
Right.
give a damn about an injury. I don't care about none of that. If you gonna get in the ring, because what you telling me is one or two things. If you once you told me you got an injury, you saying, well, if I lose, I got an excuse, or I'm looking for a payday. That's what I'm thinking when you start talking about you got an injury, bro. And so,
Yo, he definitely look. He a boxer. He ain't out and what he ain't worked in 2 years. Been out of work for
facts. And you got
oh,
ring rust. You
2 years.
say it again, my bad, bro.
Everybody around him need a check. Like a lot of people depend on Gary Russell.
Facts, and
Gary Russell
so
out here training his brothers. He ain't just training his brother just because he. Come on, bro. He ain't no trainer. But I guess he is. They say he trained himself most of this fight.
man, listen, and with his pops, salute to his pops. His pops raised a great fighting family. You know what I'm saying? But with his pops going down, having the situation, the health situation, having to have his foot taken and all that kind of stuff. Salute to him. But at the same time, bro, we still talking about boxing, bro. All that noise outside the ring. It don't mean too much when you get in the ring. You feel me? So and I can't. I just, man, it's just so interesting, and it's a sad situation to me, really, because man, I'm really embarrassed by some of the people that I like. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people I listen to.
What they saying?
Who,
They saying he got robbed. What they saying, yo?
bro, like they literally coming out here. I ain't gonna call no names, nothing like that, but they literally saying, "Oh well, he was fighting with one hand, so he should have got more credit for
Nah,
fighting with what, bro? What are you talking about? He should have got more credit. No, he shouldn't. If he, hey, if
I
when
mean
Tank Davis hurt his, when Tank Davis broke his hand in the fight, we didn't come out saying that he should have got more credit because he was hurt. No, bro. You go out, you use your skills, and you do what you got to do to win the fight. I'm not looking for no extra credit because you doing something with a. Bro, I don't give a fuck about that. I hate to say it that way. I don't care about an injury once you get in the ring. If you was hurt before, then don't get in the ring. Push it back. Do a Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia push fights off all the time. So if you're gonna be claimed to be injured, bro, don't get in the ring and then be looking for sympathy points because you fought injured. No, I'm not giving you no sympathy points. Did you win the fight or didn't you? You know what I'm saying? And bro, I'm just, oh well, he told you he was hurt, and he not gonna come out and say he
oh,
was
that's
hurt if
what
he
they
wasn't
going
hurt,
with.
bro. That's what they saying out here, bro. And it's like, man, stop the cap, bro. Stop capping for this man. Like,
No, we
I
can't
just,
do that, man. Like respectfully, it's black folks too, ain't it? They don't want to just be black man
and
alone.
that's the other problem, bro. That and
It's some
oh
racial.
man, and see, this is the other thing. You go on other channels, right? And I follow boxing hard, and so I go to a lot of different channels. I like to listen to channels that I don't agree with just to see what other people's opinion is. You feel me?
Right.
And I'm on their channel and I'm hearing them talking about, well, black fans, what they do is they always want to pull the race card. They always want sympathy for their fighters. They always want to. And now Gary Russell, he come out and lose, and what happened? Exactly what they talking about. And it's like, bro, stop it, man. Like, y'all, you got to
So,
be
so
honest
bad,
about this shit.
he lost, B.
Yeah, he lost, and it's okay. That's okay that he
Okay,
lost.
accept the judge's decision. Move forward.
Move forward, bro. And
He had an injury. He know he got an injury. The punch stats show he got an injury. I'm not gonna give him the fight just because the other guy showed me flaws in his game because he couldn't cut the ring off. He couldn't stop him.
facts.
He couldn't bust him up. That don't mean Gary won. Now, granted, Gary did show superior boxing skills, but in a championship fight, yeah, he lost, bro. He lost.
Gary, we clearly can see
And he
Gary
lost
Jr.
about that? Even with one hand, he's still
Right.
close.
But we can clearly see he has better ring generalship. He has a better ring IQ.
He's a
He's
better
a better
boxer.
boxer. It's
Period.
easy to see that. We clearly can see that. But at the same time, even though we saw that, he lost the fight. He lost the fight. So just, I mean, you can point those things out, but just be honest about whether he won or not. That's all I'm saying is let's just call a spade a spade.
Now, dude, why do you think people doing that? You think they got like they getting paid off or bought off?
Bro,
Like, are these
I,
big channels that's doing this that you hearing?
I'm hearing some big channels. I'm hearing some smaller channels. I mean, it's both. It's
Put it in
both.
the private chat. If you don't want to say the name, I'll say the name. Put it in
I,
the private chat. I won't tell them you said it. I promise. Just a backup page.
just hold it for me for a second, bro. Hold it for me for a second. No, it's all good. I really okay.
Hold on. If you say that name, they're gonna cry like this. Nah, let's tell the truth. I like Gary Russell Jr., but I told y'all before this fight, win, lose, or draw, Gary Russell Jr. probably need to move up and wait for the bigger fights, the bigger opportunities. Stop chasing Leo Santa Cruz, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And I respect Gary. I respect his family. But, bro, this is what happens when you sit out the ring for 2.5 years or 2 years. What y'all think about to happen with Thurman? Oh, my God. What y'all think going to happen with Thurman?
I got Barrio beating Thurman, bro. I got Barrio beating Thurman. I could be wrong about that, but
if he loses, I'm gonna say he lost, bro.
Exactly.
Losses. We don't do that fanboy. Thou shalt not fanboy for any promoter.
Bro, you see what I put in the chat. My whole thing is bro, I'm not a fan of a boxer. I do have boxers that I want to support that I like, but at the end of the day, I'm a fan of boxing because all these fighters, I plan on watching boxing for the next 40 years. You feel me? And these boxers aren't going to be here 40 years from now, but I still want to watch the sport. I'm not a fan of boxers. I'm a fan of boxing. And I think people forget that. They do their fanboy stuff. And it's a lot. And one thing, a lot of people who say don't do fanboy stuff came out with fanboy noise tonight. And it's kind of, bro.
Right. When have we gave fighters moral victories, bro? I can't do the moral victories. I like Gary Russell. I respect Gary Russell, but he lost his fight. Now, granted, he was injured. Now, why do you still take a fight? Like, bro, you've been out for 2 years, go and get the surgery. Like, you can have another time off, like if you need it. But nah, I think brothers be needing that check, bro.
Yeah. That's fact. Hey, that's why I keep coming, because he needs that check.
Oh yeah, that's what it's about. They need that bread, baby.
But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I understand that. I understand the check and all that. That's personal to that fighter. At the same time, whatever they got going on personal has nothing to do with me. I'm here to watch the fight. And as I watched the fight, when it got to the 10th round, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I'm watching the fight with, they like, okay, Gary Russell need a knockout to win this fight. If we all sit here saying he need a knockout to win the fight in the 10th round,
or knock down,
or something, you need something big. That's what you need. Something big. You need something to distinguish yourself at this point. And you got none of it. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't go win the next rounds and for us to be like, okay, you won the fight. And so if that's the case, we all looking at the same fight, agreeing to that. How do people come out and say, "Oh, well, he got hurt he hurt his shoulder in the 4th round, and he clearly couldn't use the right hand." Okay, if he couldn't use the right hand, sorry, but that's your problem, bro. Like, you know, fight. You in a fight, bro, and if you couldn't use it, then tell the damn judge, or when the doctor came over there, be like, I can't go no more. Tell him that. I think if it's before the 4th round, I mean, if it's in the 4th round or whatever,
that's a cut. That's a cut, though.
Say it again.
That's what you about to describe. Well, I don't know. I'm not a mind reader, but it sounds like you about to describe what happens if you get cut.
Notice,
Right.
notice it. Right.
I
And
don't
so
think
that
that
made
don't
it
count if you and that I don't think that count if you injure yourself. Because remember, Charles Martin won the title because the guy twisted his ankle.
facts,
Yeah,
facts, facts.
yeah.
So, but
Once you in there, you in there, bro.
but at the same time, bro, if you gonna come out and say, and that was, I don't even, me personally, I don't blame the
Chill,
injury.
bro. I think the nigga needed to check, my brother. Respectfully, I don't mean to call him the N word. I'm
No,
trying.
you good.
I'm trying to keep the show clean. We already got one strike tonight. God, Lee. But yo, we lit up though, bro. I looked up, bro. It's over 200 people in here
Is it?
already on the backup page. Smash the like button. Let's get
But
lit.
but that's the thing, bro. Like, it's no way. I'm saying, if you okay, what? Regardless, you feel me? If you choose to get in the ring, and when he came out and said, "Yeah, I got a slight injury," once he said that, I was like, "Okay, nigga, trying to give himself a way out." I mean, dude, trying to give himself a way out. You know what I'm saying? That was my first thought. Then I watched the weigh-in and the press conference and shit, and I'm like, bro, this man looking you in the eye, and you looking down. You're not even trying to make eye contact with him.
Oh,
The
let me
body,
show the screen. Let me show. Look at him. He looking down. He looking at his tattoos. He reading his tattoos.
the body language was never there. And when I'm looking at him, like, bro, like, come on. And once again, I think Gary Russell, I think the whole Russell family, they got fantastic boxers, bro. They got fantastic fighters on in their family. But at the same time, bro, you were not ready. I don't think you was ready for this fight. And I don't think you came in with a mentality to win the fight. And then to say that you got an injury, but you're not going to talk about it, quote unquote. If you're not going to talk about it, what you talking about it for then? That's really what it is.
Brought it up.
Yeah, bro. Like, it was too much going on, and maybe the injury played a big part of it, of course. But at the same time, let's just be real about it. You lost the fight. You lost. It is what it is. Go on about your business. Come. Well, I know they say. I think they said there ain't no rematch no rematch clause in there. But
It's a mandatory, man. You can't make somebody rematch if you're the mandatory. But
yeah,
but look, I don't think he gonna get no rematch. Would you give him a rematch if you was Manny Pacquiao?
no, no. Man, listen, they not get. He not getting no rematch. And see, this the other problem though. You done been sitting here holding this belt for 6 years. You ain't put yourself in position.
Nah, I
You
can't put himself in position. He was the champ. I don't
no,
hear them calling him out, but also like I don't see him getting no shot because of this right here. With
no,
one hand, bro, with one hand, he almost won.
I don't know. When I say you ain't, I'm saying with the WBC, you were in position, but as far as the IBF, as far as the WBA, the WBO, you haven't put yourself in position for those fights outside of the WBC. And so, hey, we got to see what happened, but I don't think there's too much left for you at 126. I think you need to go on and move and go where you gonna go, bro.
Man. But Gary, but what you mean? No, no, no. He said he want that rematch.
But Marcel, if that went in the clause, what Marcel, what's gonna make him give him a rematch?
Nah, I didn't say he was gonna give him a rematch. I didn't say he was gonna do that. Now, slow down.
I feel you. He can say, and that's my. But you can say whatever, but I don't see him getting. I don't think he'll get the rematch.
And that's truly unfortunate because I think he could beat him on the second time, but this is what happened when you go in there half cocked though.
Yeah.
Thinking your skills gonna just get you there. Like, nah, man, stuff like this happened. I'm disappointed that Gary Russell didn't have a jab from the conventional stance where he can just, let that arm rest and pop shot with the jab. You know what I'm
But
saying?
and, and see, that was my other thing, man. Gary, what do you say? Since he done been 5, I think he said 5. It ain't been 2 months. He ain't been in the gym. If you in the gym that much, bro, you don't you ain't never thought about having to switch to orthodox. outside of that southpaw stance? You've never thought about that? You had to think about that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that would have gave you a better shot than what you had going. If you were able to use the jab, use the jab, the left jab, excuse me, the left hook to the body. You know what I'm saying? You was already able to kind of piece them up using it in the southpaw stance with the left hand. If you were to switch to go orthodox, then that lead hand would have been more effective than what you kind of had going on just throwing the straight right. So it just seemed like he was. I'm not gonna say he wasn't prepared for the fight, but he wasn't prepared to make adjustments as necessary if something were to happen with whatever he had going on. So that's what it seemed like. Mm. Am I still in here? You there? Service.
Yo, I had to switch devices, yo.
I thought it was me. I was about to
No,
leave
no,
and
no, you good. You good. You good. Yeah, I had to. My laptop died, so I had to switch to the backup device. Hold on. But yeah, man. What was that last part you said, man? I missed the last part. I was switching over.
I was just saying it seemed like Mr. Gary Russell Jr. For him to be in the gym, I think he said he's been in the gym. It hadn't been a 2 month layoff since he was 5 or 7 years old that he wasn't in the gym working. For that to be the case, and you not to be able to switch or I don't know, have the ring IQ, the mindset, and maybe because he didn't have his father in his corner. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is that he was training himself. But for you not to see that, you probably need to switch to the orthodox stance so you can continue to pump the jab, use the left hook to the upstairs and to the body. You know what I'm saying? And try to be effective using that left hand from the orthodox stance. For that to be the case, it's hard for me to believe. Or it ain't hard for me to believe, but I just don't understand how you done been in the gym that long and haven't worked on something going wrong with that right hand. So it just it kind of throw me for a loop. I would just kind of throw me for a loop that he wasn't prepared for the situation that he ended up in tonight. Did you leave me again?
Oh, I'm sorry. You can hear me now?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Yeah. I'm back on the original setup. Yeah, man. I sat here with the laptop off the charger too long, and then I had to switch to the main computer. And then I'm back on the laptop. Look, shout out. He said, loser, or is that looser? Because he didn't. I don't think he spelled loser right. So that's looser. Um, he said Russell. I'm hearing some want. Where you at, man? I don't know what you did with your mic, but your audio starting to go want, or some wind moving. Or I'm hearing myself twice, like it's on speaker or your earbuds ain't in tight.
Hold on. Let me fix that. Hold on.
All right, so he said Russell almost won by one. Bro, I said the same thing, Rob. Rob, I said the same thing, but I almost is the key word. He still lost the fight. I can't say he won the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he did make it interesting. He made it close with one hand. He said Russell broke his hand because he can win in a rematch. I don't think he broke his hand on purpose. You think he broke his hand on purpose? I don't think. I think it's his shoulder. He said it's his shoulder, because when he started when he whatever he did in that fight when it happened, his whole body went like
Yeah, it was definitely the shoulder, not the hand.
right. I don't think it was the hand. Yeah, he said it was the hand. What else he say? He said Russell broke his hand fighting Mark Magsayo, not a bag. He said, all right. He said reality. He said, I guess they trying to say loser to Russell. Okay, yeah, Russell lost. Russell lost. He lost to me, man. Congratulations to Magsayo and his family. Shout out to the Philippines. Y'all got another one, baby. Another one. Another one. He does have some flaws in his game, though. He does have some things he's going to have to work on. But for people out there saying Gary Russell got robbed, bro, you're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing the sport. And I need you to hold this. Hold this near dear to your heart. He did not get robbed, bro. He said CompuBank numbers didn't add up to my eyesight. What you mean, John? John, make sure you click subscribe and hit the bell on this backup page. Let me rent you up all the regular moderators from the regular show. Make sure I got y'all squared away over here on the backup page. Live chat.
My go-to pre-workout is Expedite from Snap.
What is that?
I keep these single-serving packs with...
Girl, my bad. She got me over here promoting Snap. But the phone lines are open. If anybody want to call in and beam in, if you international, I'm gonna open up the international Skype line so you can call me on Skype. All you got to do is add me as marqnash on Skype, and you can call for free. So let me put that up as well. Yo, this shit got lit over here, yo. Most of these people probably Filipinos too, rocking with the show. Some of these people are the regulars. Let me wrench up the regulars over here on the backup page. Yeah, man, they gave your man marqnash a strizike. They said, you're getting too lit over here, young man. Let me bring you back down to size. But let me go in here, live control room. Let me wrench up the regulars. Shout out to Mir, appreciate you. Shout out to Jonathan. No, Jonathan from the regular show. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all pulling up. Kevin, yeah, we know Kevin from the regular show. And oh man, that's you right here. What you are W what? I don't even see you over here. Oh, there we go. W ringside, right side. Yeah, there we go. You're a real person. Yeah, man, you gotta be sometimes you be trolls up here, bro. And they'll pull out a tallywhacker.
Facts. Bro, it just, man, this was, I just hate to see that people not willing to accept what's really going on, bro. I just hate to see that because bro. Let me ask you something. Where you located? And not to get too personal, but I see the 470. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in Atlanta, bro.
Bro, I'm in Georgia too, bro. I'm in Middle Georgia, Warner Robins, Georgia. So.
Yeah, I'm ATL Southside, bro.
Facts. That's what's up.
And why you ask?
Because I'm in Georgia too, bro. I'm in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Oh, so you feel like people just look at fights differently? Like some people are regional with it. Like you think it's all the DC people trying to say Gary won. Yo, Reggie, people out here saying Reggie got. Oh, here you go, Reg. I got you. Reg, they out here saying he got robbed, bro. He got robbed, Reggie. Nah, he ain't get robbed. He lost. If you think Gary Russell got robbed,
sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
He didn't get robbed, bro. And y'all got to stop that poison. That's the problem with boxing, bro. That's the problem with these boxing fans. These boxing fans, you got a lot of won't while I'm talking. I don't know if it's the wind or whatever. I'm gonna mute your mic. Okay, there you go. These boxing fans get too emotionally attached to these fighters, bro. I like Gary Russell. I respect Gary Russell. Man, Gary Russell lost his fight on so many levels before the fight even got started. Before the first punch, he had already lost. Let me put up Gary Russell outfit, man. Let me put it on screen. Then look, this ain't no fashion show. But what the hell is Gary Russell wearing right here, man?
Man, got on a cut-up hoodie, bro. A cut-up hoodie. That's what we used to wear at basketball practice, bro. Swear to God. In high school.
This the champ, bro. This your champ. Walking out here. Bro, I've seen him wear better outfits than this before. I think Gary Russell went in there. He needed a check. Like, why else? Because I like the fact Jim Gray put him in the corner on that ring. He said, so why did you not give yourself the best position to win? Why would you come in here injured? And he said something like, he said it just meant more to you for him. He was like, nah, well, it's not exactly that. Plus, I've been out the ring 2 years. I.e., I ain't had no payday in 2 years.
I need the money, bro. I need the money.
He lost, B. Shout out to Taylor Bell. Let me rent you over here on the backup. Yeah, man, he lost, B. Reg, the link out there too. Reggie said, where the link at? The link in the chat, right here. Link right there. Pull up or call in. Anybody. Pull up, call in. Tell me, what do you think? Did Mr. Gary Russell Jr. get robbed? This the live reaction, but this is gonna probably be my Monday show if I don't do hip hop. Come on, bro. Robbery? He lost, brother. That's right, Gable. Gable 44 show. 44 show. I feel you, bro. He lost. You can't. He's as simple as that. Taylor Bell say, yo. Yeah, Taylor Bell, I got a strike, brother. Brother, they gave me one, man. I think it's for the thumbnail, so I'll probably be able to resolve it. I think it's more for the thumbnail because I had the Showtime thumbnail. That's what happened when you're rushing, though. But we lit on the backup channel. They say he talks too much. He needs to train and stop talking so much, brother. He lost, bro. I like Gary Russell. I like the Russell family. I love boxing more, though. Come on, man. What we doing here, bro? He lost. People saying he got robbed. Marq from the Philippines. What's up, my brother? Congratulations to the Philippines. Y'all got another champion, bro. Y'all got another champion. And he's keeping the Filipino name strong, bro. It's 4 p.m. in the Philippines. They lit right now. It's 4 p.m. They drinking all kind of beer over there in the Philippines. They getting fucked up.
Bro, they so turned up right now. I want to be over there with them right now, just to be honest.
Come on, bro. They turned up in the Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines, man.
And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them at all, bro. They deserve it. You feel me? But hey, man, we still need to be real about it. That dude, he went out, he fought a hell of a fight. And just to be honest now, I will say this, and I want to be honest about the situation. I did see a lot of flaws in Marq Magsayo today. I saw a lot of flaws. But at the same time, he won the fight, and he should be the champion. So it is what it is.
Man, these dudes trying to say that man got robbed. Where? Rob, where, bro? Gary broke his hand. Broke his hand, and it showed him. I mean, not broke his hand. Y'all got me saying broke his hand. No, he hurt his arm, and it shows in his performance. Clearly, right? Go ahead. Unmute your mic. Go ahead.
My bad. Yeah, absolutely. It was clear as far as what happened in this fight tonight, man. And I just, I just hate that it's so many out here who
they pushing. Now, what they saying again for the people just tuning in?
The narrative is that the man was robbed. That's the narrative out here right now, and I don't follow a narrative, bro. Like I know what my eyes see, and it was a clear victory, bro. It was clear. The man Gary Russell only threw straight lefts. That's what he had. Now he was pivoting, he was getting out of the way, he was making Magsayo miss, but at the same time, Magsayo was going to the body. Okay, he was the more active fighter. He was applying the pressure. All right, and so as far as controlling the ring, it was clearly Magsayo won the fight controlling the ring. look at the facts. Just look at the facts of the fight. Look at the punch. They say, comp your box. Okay, you may not have, the eye test may not have seen it that way, but the man damn near doubled Gary Russell in punches. Bro, like, come on, let's just be real about what happened. And if somebody doubling you in punches, you not throwing the jab. He got the jabs out there the whole fight. I just
hard to give him that fight, bro. Like,
bro, it's hard. It ain't even. I'm not gonna give you that fight when the jab is the most effective punch in boxing. If you have a good jab, then you give yourself a good chance in any fight. That's a fact.
Bro, how many people gonna be running with that Archie Moore narrative? Archie Moore won fights and didn't even throw a punch. Bro, come on, bro.
Come on. Thank
you. Go look. Let me let my guy Reggie Owens jump in. What up, Reg? How you feel?
Man, I feel Magsayo had on Tyson Fury gloves. Robbery. Glove tape. I already fixed the fight. He put a fixed judges in here to rob Gary. Gary's a king, man, with motherfucking Flintstone shorts. Man, Gary did not win this goddamn fight, man. These delusional fucking fans just, like you said, they fuck over this sport, man. They ruin so much, and they just can't accept what is the outcome of fights. Gary ruined his damn arm, and he fought with one hand. You don't win no fight with one hand throwing 4 and 5 shots to it, regardless of how flush the punches were. Those punches were landing flush, but Magsayo putting the pressure, controlling the tempo and pace of the fight, and don't act like Magsayo wasn't landing punches. He landed when he hit Gary. Gary did a good job moving. Gary's time is up. He sat on these belts and he sat on the shelf too damn long. Didn't nobody hang Gary on the shelf but himself. And he went into this fight. He been sitting out this long and talking about he couldn't. What he told Jim Gray some stupid shit when Jim was like, "Well, he just didn't pull out the fight, and you been out, fool. It wouldn't been nothing for you to let yourself heal, and then you come out with that weird excuse."
Right.
Yeah, we ain't been seeing you. You've been on a sabbatical and shit. Like, you could have sat your sabbatical ass out. Like, this dude crazy, man. It's just excuse after excuse, and these fans don't help it with crying. But guess what crying does? Nothing. You can't get in there to fix it, to change it and reverse it. He lost. He's no longer a champion, and he got to climb himself back up. But will Gary climb back up? The possibilities are there, but age is there. Inactivity is there. The changing of the body. That's what happens, and that's why these other fighters need to learn a lesson of Gary about what activity and making fights that need to happen. But that's my opening on that one.
All right, right side. Did you hear him?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, and I agree 100%, bro. Like, I agree 100% with what he's talking about, because, bro, ain't nobody make you sit out for 2 years, bro. And it ain't like you. One thing that killed me, what he said it ain't gonna be no ring rush, which I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't think he looked bad at the beginning of the fight. I thought he looked pretty decent at the beginning of the fight. But at the same time, I still go back to the same thing, bro. If you can't throw a jab, then you damn near anybody who get in a fight and can't throw a jab, they gonna lose the fucking fight. It's that simple. You're not gonna win a fight when you can't throw the jab is the most effective punch in boxing. And if you don't throw a jab and damn near forget a jab, bro, you didn't throw your right hand for what, 8 rounds, 7 rounds, 8 rounds, bro. I don't understand how anybody can give you that fight. I don't understand it, especially when this man got you on the back foot. You were moving effective. You know what I'm saying? You was pivoting. You was getting out of there. You was throwing the left hand, but at the same time, bro, he was dictating the pace of the fight. He had his jab popping. Yeah, he was missing some shots here and there, looping shots, but still, he was throwing. He threw damn near double the amount of punches you threw, bro. Like, I just don't understand how anybody can call this a robbery. I think it's disgraceful for you to call it a robbery, bro. Like, I think that's disgraceful for the sport of boxing.
Go ahead, Ray. That.
Yeah, my response, I see now why they keep these fights on pay-per-view, to keep these crybaby motherfuckers from watching shit. Keep putting these pay-per-views on so these suckers can't watch that shit. And encrypt the code so they can't even scan and steal the shit. This is why boxing's going to pay-per-view, because you get all these crybabies and excuse makers out here. Anytime a fighter, they sit on their damn knees in love in front of a TV, that they gonna cry anytime something happens. And the other fighters shouldn't give a shit what these fans say, because they sit there and take credit away from people. And then they cry and make up an excuse. Magsayo ain't gonna do this to that person next. He fight under Manny Pacquiao, but he ain't Manny Pacquiao.
Are they on that already?
Man, I can just make up what these fools gonna say, and I guarantee it's some true shit. Because the psychology of these people was simple to me, and it's all routine and regurgitated bullshit. That they would come out here and make excuses to what Magsayo ain't. He ain't Pacquiao. He think he Pacquiao because he signed to him. He think he that. He think he the champ now, but he got a robbery belt. Ain't a real belt, it's a robbery belt.
No, they ain't doing that already. Don't tell me they saying that. This man won this fight fair and square.
Man, I'm saying Gary beat that boy one arm. These motherfuckers is crazy, man.
No, Gary,
I think these fans smoke crack. That's what it is. They smoking crack.
Reggie, look. Gary made a good account of himself for having one hand, but he still lost his fight.
Yeah, no doubt. He showed true warrior spirit. Gary showed true warrior spirit, and I can't take that from him. Even when the doctor came in, a fighter that would have crumbled would have said, yeah, doctor, man, my shit hurt. I can't go on. Gary didn't do none of that shit. Gary made an adjustment. He figured it out. I'm going to just do it off this left hand. I'm going to stay out of range of this guy. I'm going to move away from him and just throw these left hands. But you ain't throwing enough of them. Like the brother was saying, G was saying, you can't win without throwing a jab. You got to throw a jab. And it was so apparent that this dude only had one hand, and he's not doing anything with it. All Gary doing is backing up, hoping that this dude come in forward aggressively to run right into a left-hand shot. That's it. Stepping backwards, try to time with the left hand. Nothing else behind it. The right arm was dead. Then the right arm really went dead when Magsayo tried to throw that left to the body, ended up hitting Gary on the elbow of that arm. That arm really dropped down. It was dead. But the thing with Magsayo is Magsayo didn't put his shit together. Magsayo should have been targeting that damn broken arm. Magsayo should have been targeting that body. They just kept rushing in, but that's part of being a young fighter. He's a young, inexperienced fighter.
Magsayo didn't cut the ring off.
And he didn't cut the ring off, but he should have just tore Gary's arm up. Should have fucked it up.
Right.
And then stepped on the inside.
For the arm.
But see, and see, that's why I was looking at that, bro. The coaching from goddamn Pacquiao old coach. I can't even think of his name right now.
Freddie Rhodes.
Bro, it wasn't there. They the coaching for Magsayo was clearly unimpressive, bro. Ain't no way. If I'm Freddie Rhodes, bro, I'm telling this nigga, hey man, you need to be throwing as many left hands that you can to that shoulder. You need to be hitting that shoulder as much as possible. Forget the head right now. Swing to the body as much as you can. Hey, if you get clipped, that's okay, because he only got one hand to clip you with. And he ain't got knockout power. You done been hit with his best shot. Go in there and, bro, I don't know what Freddie Roach was telling him. I don't know, but and I had the fight down on mute, so I was missing a lot of the commentary on in between and shit. But, bro, I would have if I was the trainer, bro. I'm like, hey, I want you going in. Throwing, not necessarily recklessly. I want you to be defensively responsible, of course, but at the same time, man, let that left hand go, bro. Let attack that right, attack that shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Make him drop it even more. You know what I'm saying? And then when he go to pivot out, bro, move to that side. Man, it was so much that I thought that Magsayo would have done to look more impressive in the fight. He was so. I mean, for the man to have one hand, Magsayo was very underwhelming for me, but I still thought he won the fight clearly. You know what I mean? So regardless of how underwhelming I thought he was, it was no question in my mind who won that fight. So for people to come out and say it's a robbery, it's just, bro, it's embarrassing right now to hear people saying this. To hear people actually fix their face and say the judges got it wrong. Bro, the judges, no, they didn't. Anybody, the draw, okay, maybe I had it 7-5 myself, but at the same time, I thought that in the later rounds, bro, I didn't see any real activity. Well, outside of what the 12th round, I believe, I didn't see Gary Russell Jr. doing anything. I didn't see him doing much of anything, minus throwing one straight left, trying to get out of there. When you got Magsayo, he going to the body, he throwing combinations, he missing, but he's still getting in there too. You know what I'm saying? So I just he dictated the fight, and I don't see how anybody had it any other way outside of Magsayo winning the fight, bro. And anybody calling it a robbery is BS. It's just BS, bro.
Well, look, I got a survey I just made. I'm gonna put a survey in the chat. I just put a survey in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to click the survey. Let me know what you think. Here's the survey. We got 600 and wow, yo, most of these people probably Filipinos too, probably. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to the Philippines. Congratulations, y'all got one. Philippines, who really won? America, UK, wherever you at in the world, who really won this fight? Yes, Marcel won. No, Gary won. It was a draw. Gary lost, but can win rematch. Those are the options. Let's see what the survey says. Let's put the survey up. I'm gonna play this audio of Gary Russell sitting in the car when he said he won this fight. Let's hear this audio. Let's hear it.
You know what I'm saying? I beat that boy at least 10 rounds to 2, 9-3, man. Man, took the old boy to school, man. I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. I just want to come on here and show y'all some love, man. To the real supporters, you know what I'm saying? To the real fans, man. I appreciate it. Y'all seen what it was, man. They been trying to get a nigga out of the way, I guess. I don't know. But it is what it is.
See that right there. That little part right there. That little part where they been trying to get a nigga out the way, man.
Is man, to the fans, man. I appreciate y'all.
This is Al Heyman production.
He gonna go to the barbershop. Man, that nigga outdid me, man. Out Floyd fucked me over, man. Slim, show that we gotta go to the Supreme Court, Slim. I gotta get my belts back, Slim. Bob fucked me over, man. He got me sitting in the car and shit. Nigga ain't paying me.
Bro, I ain't even lie, bro. You know, when he come out and talking about to the real fans.
Okay, I get some people saying it's a draw already.
Bro, I'm a fan of. I like Gary Russell Jr., bro. I think he's a hell of a fighter. But when you come out and say to the real fans, bro, so because I watched the fight, clearly saw that this man was doing more. You didn't use your right hand for more than half the fight. You didn't use a hand for more than half the fight. You tell me a fighter who's won not using a damn who didn't use one of their hands for more than half a fight. You tell me a fighter who don't won like that.
Gary. Only Gary. Only in America with Gary. God damn. I mean, this fool has to fucking humble himself down, man. That's the problem with Gary, man. That's the problem with the delusional talk. And I'm a clown Gary because he talked all that big hawking dog shit about what he gonna do. He'll whoop fucking Terrence Crawford ass. He'll beat on Slim out of Baltimore. He beat on Tank. He'll beat on Devin. And it's just not gonna happen, especially not at this age, man. The body is. You look at Gary. Look at the definition of Gary. Look what Gary's built like. I mean, he's just not going to do it. It's just not going to happen for Gary. I mean, Father Time is really up in there. Father Time is really pressing the time on Gary, and Gary has allowed it. He sat back and allowed it. Gary, even before the injury happened, Gary looked ring rusted before that injury happened. The speed wasn't there. Gary looked slow. He looked sluggish. The quick combinations. Gary's known for his blistering speed. He just displayed none of that shit. And Magsayo was already starting out on him. And it looked like Gary needed to warm up. Gary is not Gary. You cannot sit out as long as Gary's been doing out his damn career. And then to talk about an injury, like it's not about to happen. And now he's delayed. It's so much shit. And outside of just his inactivity. There's so much playing into Gary's mind with his family shit. There's a lot of family shit. Gary needs to take time to focus in on Gary. And he has to focus in on Gary and stop making the fucking excuses.
But even outside of that, one of the things, and I think everything you just said definitely play into the fight that happened tonight. The other thing, man, and I was talking about this earlier. When you go look at him at the weigh-in and at the press conference, it's few and far between. You see, one of the things you always look for with fighters, you make when you staring somebody down, nigga, you make the eye contact, and you don't lose that eye contact until they drop the eye contact. You feel me? Until they look away, you hold it till it's done. And what he doing? He looking down. Buddy trying to look him in the eye. He got his head down. He didn't have it going to the fight from the beginning. And when you come out talking about you injured and all that other kind of nonsense, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear, if you gonna get in the ring, I don't want to hear that you're injured. I don't want to hear that, because once you get in the ring, I'm judging the fight who as a fight, bro. I'm judging it like I judge every other fight. You feel me? So I don't want to hear anything about injuries. I don't want to hear none of that. And I don't think this man had it from the beginning. And now, you know, it is what it is. But the other thing is he if you would have got into the ring with somebody like a Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, well, they would have beat the shit out this man tonight, bro. They would have beat the shit out this man. So come on, bro. Let's be real about what happened. This dude he didn't scrub you, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that, but he definitely beat you. And so give this man his credit. You know what I'm saying? Get this man his credit. It ain't go. I don't think there'll be a rematch, but I give all credit to Magsayo for coming out fighting a hell of a fight and coming out victorious. It is what it is.
I disagree with this right here though. Blackheart Vasquez said if there's a rematch, Marcel would knock out Russell if he still runs the same if he still runs the same result. No, I disagree. If he was gonna knock him out, tonight was the night he could have knocked him out with one arm.
He couldn't catch Gary, and that was the thing. Like hopefully he learns from this fight. He has to learn to be more.
He didn't learn nowhere. He made no adjustments, bro. He's not going.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I would have stated if I was teaching this guy, and it was all because he's young. He should have turned Gary's right arm into a prosthetic, kill that goddamn arm off, punch through it, hit on the side, cut the ring off. Gary's moving over to his right, step on the side of him, take the angle away, but beat him to the body, come back up top. And Gary in the rematch, Gary ain't got enough power to hurt this dude. That big right hand that Gary threw to hurt his arm, that was a big ass punch, and it did nothing to that dude. The dude walked through it, and the energy from that punch went right back through Gary's arm, fucked this whole shit up. Gary, even starting off with the first round, Gary gave nothing to back this guy off. This guy started out the gate coming at Gary. Yep. It's just like Gary's not the same guy, and the speed ain't there. Gary's advantage over many fighters was his quick ability to throw off combinations, blind a fighter, keep a fighter from throwing back out with him. This dude was too tall for Gary. He's a little bit too big. Gary's power is a non-factor in there, and Gary's not about to learn how to punch overnight. It just ain't gonna work in the rematch. Don't know if Magsayo would knock him out, but Magsayo would definitely win the fight. Maybe Magsayo looks more to the body.
Reggie.
Go ahead.
Based on what I saw, Gary Russell could have won that fight with two arms.
I agree. I think Gary Russell would have won the fight with two hands.
But here's the problem. He stayed out the ring too long, and he needed that damn check. You know he needed a check by his damn ring walk outfit. What is this? He needed the money. He ain't even had no money for no decent outfit.
He said the man didn't have a
bro, he bought this shit off of Etsy.com or some shit. He bought this shit. This ain't even Fashion Nova. The hell are you got going on?
Pawn Shop G. Pawn Shop Gary.
Bro, he bought this shit. Bro, he got this shit from the thrift store. This the same shit he probably trained in. This shit, shawty. Nah, bro. I don't think he's gonna knock him out the next round, but I think Gary showed that, like, yo, if he had I think Gary could make more improvements than this kid, man, in the second fight and could win the fight better. But he lost, and I don't think he's gonna get no rematch. But here's the thing, and this is what nobody is saying, and I'm gonna be the first to say it. Gary Russell in that post fight said this is a injury he's had since right out the Olympics. Did y'all hear that?
Hell no.
You didn't hear that? Bro, that's it. That's what he said. He was talking to Jim Gray in the ring right after the fight. You probably was already talking shit, like, oh shit. But he told Jim Gray in the post fight it was an injury that he already had for a minute after the Olympics. And he said, yeah, and it was a long, he said, they've been trying to tell me to get surgery for a long time, but I just keep blowing it off. They told me if I worked out the muscles around it, I could strengthen the tendon, and that's what I did. But 2 weeks before the fight, I injured it, and but I'm a true warrior, so I went on through with the fight. But here's the thing: you've been out the ring for 2 years, Shawty. You got a lingering injury. Why not go on and get that checked out and get that worked on and get that shit right? You had 2 years since your last fight. He could have been.
Hold on, bro.
He could have been that long-awaited surgery.
He did not. Did you say he said he had this since the Olympics?
He said right after the Olympics, bro. Go back to the post fight with Jim. Man, y'all gonna make me do it.
You 33, bro. I'm 33. I'm 33, bro. The Olympics was 10 years ago for you. Longer than that, probably.
He said 2008. What year was it? What year was it? 2008, right?
Bro. If that man,
back when he punched Crawford.
Right. The Crawford curse continues.
Bro,
y'all didn't hear him say that in the post-fight interview with Jim Gray?
Hell no. I think I started laughing when I heard him making the first fucking 2 excuses.
When was that? What was the first 2?
One about why he didn't pull out and about he won the fight and all that shit. I couldn't take it.
I'm about to pull it up. Oh, yeah, Gary Russell after losing. Oh, here's some more Gary Russell audio. This is from Ellie Setback. Let's see what he said.
I won 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3. I outboxed him. Hurt my arm. I knew my arm was hurt coming into the fight. You know, I already stated that I had an injury coming in. I just didn't want to reveal what the injury was. Caught a slight head bunt earlier in the fight. But small things to a giant. I still believe that I outboxed him, outclassed him, outskilled him. At least, like I say, 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 2. Hands down.
Did you have to go to a plan after the injury, like a plan B, plan C kind of thing?
It wasn't even a plan B, plan C type thing. It was more so that I knew that my skill set was just much more superior than his. You know, he couldn't hit me. I was able to land my shots at will whenever I wanted to punch. I was able to control the real estate when I wanted to. If he wanted to fire any shot, I would slide in, smother him, take away any type of effective shot that he attempted to try to throw. My ring generalship and everything, my boxing IQ, it spoke for itself. I wonder what the fans got to say about this. I wonder what the fans got to say about what the judges are saying. You know, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the fans would disagree.
Were you surprised at the decision there?
Of course, I was surprised at the decision. You know, I'm a warrior at the end of the day. I knew I had an injury. I refused to postpone this fight after almost a 2-year layoff. I wanted to get back in there and display my skill set. I believe that I did so with one arm, with a tough opponent. And, you know, like I say, 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3, hands down.
Yesterday, we talked about you never being 100% when you step into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But do you regret now coming to the fight that injured, that compromised?
I don't regret it because I got an opportunity to show the fans what I can really truly
and
do.
You got paid.
You know, real champion at the end of the day. You know, I don't regret it. You know,
show me your real
champion.
champion.
A lot of fans
keeping the belt
at the decision. You know, in the way that the judges has called this thing. But it's also going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, "Hey, Gary is definitely the truth."
Oh my God, y'all
no,
react.
we're not.
He said, "No, now go ahead, Rachel. Y'all react to that clip. What y'all think?"
He not wrong though. That's the problem with this whole thing. He not wrong. It's a ton of fans out here who is supporting this man, even though we all clearly see him lose. He not lying. He telling the truth, bro. Like, it's a lot of fans out here who are sitting here saying this man was robbed when we clearly know. I mean, it was evident to everybody. I'm a big fan, and I don't mean to call no names on your channel, bro. So I ain't gonna say who I was watching.
I don't care if you say their name. They're gonna take your wrench though. If you got a wrench.
Oh no, they're not gonna take that. No, they're not.
I will say what you want to say. This the backup page anyway. I don't care.
My boy KQKC, he was calling the fight. We was all listening to the fight with him.
No, not the singing OG.
Singing OG, bro, at facts. And we all listening to it. And as we listened, KQ was like, hey, he probably need a knockout to win this fight. Of course, we all looking at it that way. He need a knockout. We all thinking that. So if that's the case, how you got people coming out here talking about it was a robbery? He clearly won. No, he didn't clearly win shit, bro. No, he didn't.
So he going to the 12th round telling y'all he need a knockout. And that's over the same person saying he got robbed.
No, KQKC, he didn't say he got robbed. He didn't say he got robbed. Okay. He said he thought it was the right decision. He knew what the decision was going to be. It was other fans that was coming.
What Blue Blood out here saying? I ain't seen it yet. What Blue out here saying?
Blue called it a robbery. Blue definitely called it a robbery. And I ride with Blue strong too. I love Blue. But at the same time, there's no way you could tell me that shit was a robbery, bro. I don't see it that way.
Well, look, I like Blue too, but Blue had a zesty ass face mask on his last video. That shit was bedazzled out, glittered out, and it had LED lights spelling blue on his last video. I was like, damn, Blue, that shit kind of zesty. Anybody else saying that? Anybody else other than him saying get robbed? What about my guy? What about Stormy B Man? What's Stormy B Man say? I know he always do post fight. Reggie, Stormy B out here saying he got robbed.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch his post fight.
Okay, because I ain't catch it neither. Okay. Look, won't no robbery, bro. What about Dante, champ side? Fred.
I don't think Stormy probably say no shit like that, but these other cats, these other cats just too caught up in their love for these fighters. It's like I say, a lot of boxing fans is what I've been terming now is fan vestites. They buy video games, like my brother wrote in the chat. They buy ring ding video games.
You said fan vestites. What
is that? Fan vestites. They trannies.
Oh shit!
They like trannies.
They go to sleep looking at their favorite boxer poster on the wall. Right beside their wife and their baby picture. Like
look, they go to fights, get gloves autographed, and they go to sleep with the thumb part of a glove in their mouth.
Oh shit!
They pacify themselves to sleep.
Now I ain't gonna say they doing those guys we named. Hey, look, we ran old boy off. He was like, they really are gonna take my wrench now. What did I get into? Taylor Bell said Fred would say he got robbed.
Fred is irrelevant now. Fred is irrelevant as fucked about. My brother Blue good with me, but I disagree with Blue on that robbery shit. Blue blood good with me always. But Fred has turned himself into being irrelevant as fucking boxing. He complains too much. He doesn't make sense of anything. It's just he turned into a male crybaby.
But bro, why we ain't gonna make this no race thing, right? Like yo, they robbing the black man type shit, right? Even though the guy told us before the fight, don't bet on me. I'm injured. That's what that's telling me, bro.
For real. Oh, he said send the link back.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Let me run downstairs real quick.
Yeah. I thought Reggie ran them off with that boxing glove shit. That was hilarious, though. Nah, man, we're gonna tell the truth, man. We're gonna call it out. We see it. We're gonna call strikes. If it's strike, if it's fair, if it's a home run, like and like the homie who was up here earlier, his name what's his name right here? Right side, West right side. He was like, yo, it's sad that it's black folks out here too. Like he said, we go to these other stations and channels, and they was like, yo, these guys be out here complaining and fanboying. And then y'all proven right with complaining and fanboying.
My bad, bro, man. So I don't know why. I go look in the chat and I've messed around and I hit instead of closing the chat, I hit the back button, which always throw me out the chat.
Oh, you good,
So,
man. I've been doing this shit for a minute. I already know what happened. It's all love.
but nah, bro. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, regardless, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I done heard.
You be talking that shit, yo. And we be talking shit over here.
Nah, y'all good, bro. I don't have no problem with none of it because it is what it is at the end of the day. You feel me? Because the truth is the truth. You feel me? So yeah, I done heard a couple cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming out, they talking about robberies when it's like, bro, this was not a robbery tonight. This is not and it's crazy because we done seen robberies. You feel me? We have seen them. We done seen the refs get involved when they shouldn't be, all that kind of stuff. We gonna call that too, but at the same time, tonight was not a robbery. Gary Russell Jr., this man lost, and everybody should just be honest about it and be like, look, the man lost. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever excuses it is, the man lost. And so it is what it is. And tomorrow, anybody, any panels I can jump on and hop into, this is exactly what's gonna be said. The man got his ass. He lost tonight, bro. It is what it is. It wasn't no draw. And even even if you would have given me a draw, if you would have said we thought it was a draw, whatever, I disagree with it. But I can see that more than you saying it's a robbery from Magsayo losing. I mean, Magsayo winning the fight. This man was more active. He went to the body. He threw. Oh man, you just keep saying the same things, and it just don't even make sense when people start talking about robbery.
It don't make sense. Just like this tank top hoodie my brother wearing right here. And I don't care what none of y'all high fashion dudes try to tell me. Oh, marqnash, that's Gucci. I don't care. It looked like Dookie. It looked like Poochie. It's coochie. A lot of slices in this. It ain't no drip, homie. Like, nah, homie, this the champ walking in like this. I get it. Now, somebody gonna say, well, Mike Tyson came in there with a cutoff tank top. Mike Tyson was about to be out the ring in about 5 minutes, too. He gonna be, bro, Mike Tyson gonna be out the ring before you go to the concession stand and come back. Mike Tyson performances was shorter than the national anthems. Mr. Gary Russell Jr. came in there injured, came in there unprepared. He trained himself for the fight. He told us he was injured before the fight. This sounds like a guy who need a check, bro. And that's what it is. Go ahead.
Let me ask you, man, what you think about the shaman, or I don't know what this man was, the witch doctor, the shaman, I don't know what he was. That was that dude right there in the purple. What you think about having him? Who was he, and what was his whole purpose of this? Was this a show? What was going on? What was that?
His outfit better than Gary Russell's. I say that.
That ain't hard. That ain't hard at all.
Gary Russell. Look at that purple and green. Look how he coordinated.
I'm just saying, bro. This man he attempted to put a show on before, I guess, and I don't know, man. It just I will say this though. I want to that undercard fight, the fight right before this, Mateus and but I can't even remember other buddy name. Petro.
Anaya.
What? No, I'm talking. That was the 140 fight.
Yeah, Mateus and Anaya. It was like a rematch.
Yeah. Man, that was a hell of a fight right there, boy. Them boys stood in the phone booth, though. I said, damn, they done destroyed the phone booth. You can't make it. Them boys was throwing some leather out there. That was my favorite fight of the night right there. I love that fight.
Go ahead, Reg, you back? All right, we'll keep it moving. Hey, look, that fight was a good fight. That fight was definitely a good fight, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta give Gary Russell Jr. some credit for his adversity, man. Like, I give him credit for it, but bro, he still lost. I can't say he won this fight. I can't say he got robbed. Like, y'all are robbing Mateo of his victory. You get what I'm saying?
Fact. Gary Russell, he put on for for the injury that we clearly saw. And when it first happened, I was wondering. I was like, was it the shoulder? Did he step? What just happened? I saw it. I saw something happen, but I wasn't quite sure exactly what happened.
The way his whole body leaned over, I knew it was the shoulder.
Say it again.
I said, yeah, I knew instantly it was the shoulder.
Right. Well, and when I saw it, I wasn't quite sure what it was. I said something happened. I saw it when it first, and I was like, something just happened. Not sure. Then when I saw them checking the shoulder, I was like, okay, got it now, understanding. But then when it just, bro, you for it to be you got to throw the jab, bro. And that's why I still feel the man should have switched to orthodox and just use the left-handed jab, the left hook to the top, left hook to the body. You know what I'm saying? And the shovel jab, just tried to work that angle of it. I think he would have had more success there, and possibly could have won the fight if he would have did that, because he could have been more active instead of just trying to throw that one straight left. You know what I'm saying? And then get out of there. Because okay, yeah, you connect with that straight left, but damn, buddy came back and he threw 7 punches. Only 2 of them connected, but he's looking like the more active fighter. You know what I'm saying? And he's landed 2 to your 1. So
right, bro. But look, let me ask you this: ring generalship. I get it. Ring generalship is a thing, and Gary did make him miss a lot. But you don't. This prize fight, homie. You don't win the fight just because you made a guy miss. You got to make him miss. And how the rest of it goes, guys, got to make them miss, make them pay.
And that was the thing. So one thing is funny because Blue had on Mickey Bay, and did you see? I don't know if you saw the interview, but he had Mickey Bay and Bernie on the other day. And one thing I think that fighters don't get enough credit for is ring generalship, because a lot of times I look at the Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons, you know what I'm saying? They say those are boring fighters, right? When really they just using their lateral movement and showing that ring generalship. But when Lomachenko uses his lateral movement and shows his ring generalship, he's the Matrix. But that's a whole nother story. My thing though is this. Like you just said, ring generalship is huge in the sport of boxing, and I don't think people get enough credit for it. At the same time, is one thing, and one thing tonight when KC was calling the fight, one thing he was saying was he made him miss, but he didn't make him pay. Yeah, when you make them miss, you gotta make them pay. And when you using that ring generalship, it's very important that you want to use that lateral movement. You want to get out of the way of shots. You want to be able to keep that head on a swivel, moving side to side, and not being just straight in front of a person. But at the same time, when you do it, you also got to make them pay. That's what makes it that much more effective, because when you're making them pay, that's those very clear and accurate and precise shots that's scoring points. And so because Mr. Gary Russell Jr. tonight, he did have more ring generalship, but at the same time, he was making them miss, but he wasn't making them pay. And when you're not making them pay and you only throwing that one shot, they ain't getting out of there. But like I say, Buddy coming back with 7 or 8 shots, only connecting with 2 or 3, but at the same time, he's throwing more and he's connecting more. So now he looks more active. He looked like he's controlling the fight. He looked like he's controlling the pace. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give him that round versus giving it to you, because what I'm seeing from you is you making him miss, but you're not coming back with nothing. You only landing that one straight right, and then you getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? Whereas even though he may not be landing as clean of punches, he's landing more punches and he's throwing more punches and he's more aggressive. So now we got 3-1 in that category as far as me scoring the fight. So you just got to be honest in what you're saying.
Let me say something else real quick before I pass to Red. Red, you still there, right?
Yeah, I'm back.
I can't let him off the hook. You know we're going to get our jokes off, right? This Breaking Beats, y'all. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. Here comes some of that comedy twist. You ready, Reg?
Go for
now,
it.
Gary Russell lost before the fight started, like I said before. Now, Gary Russell, y'all remember Gary Russell? Last time he came in there, he was dressed like Tommy Davidson Jr. from Ace Ventura Pet Detective. You remember this outfit, right?
I remember that shit.
Now, he fell off from this, because keep in mind, they about the same size. Gary Russell 5'5". Now, he go from that to this. What's up with these outfits, Reg? This outfit won't shit anyway, respectfully. But he really cut the budget on this last outfit right here, bro. Bruh. He went straight to Goodwill and said, give me the 50-cent special. My brother, he don't look like the champion walking in there. And I'm going to show you what my guy Magsayo wore walking in. I'm going to show you what Magsayo had. Magsayo looked like the champion. Now, I know this ain't no dressing outfit. This ain't no, this ain't the, what they call it. Like, this ain't nothing it's not a fashion show. You got to fight. I get it. If don't nobody get it, homie, I get it. But Gary Russell didn't look prepared. He looked like he trained himself in the fight. He damn sure looked like he did his own wardrobe. And he lost on so many levels. He told y'all not to bet on him. He said, I'm injured, child. Look at Magsayo. He at least got sleeves. He at least got sleeves on his uniform. Got his t-shirt on, repping his team. Man, Gary Russell lost, bro. And I don't feel bad for him. He went in there, he got a check. We had put the purses up before. We had put the purses up and we was talking about like, oh, okay, he making this much? Oh, that's why he fighting injured. People's like, why would you go in to fight injured? About $500,000. $500,000, Reggie. Did you know that's what he got paid for this?
He got paid $5K for this fight.
Hey, he couldn't spend no money because he brought his brother that gray down. He brought his brother that gray Fendi, a goddamn outfit he was over in the corner wearing. He got his brother some knockoff Gucci.
Damn. This the purses. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, that's good money.
That's good money.
Yeah, that's damn good money.
Look at that and set out for 2 years. Hell yeah.
No, this is not good money for you sitting out for 2 years. You ain't worked in 2 years, bro, and you a prize fighter. You the champion, you defended, and you just lost your belt. You fighting injured, no trainer. $500,000. And they said 70% pay-per-view. That's overseas revenue, wherever they doing those splits at. But in America, oh, it ain't no pay-per-view. This one pay-per-view, this was on Showtime.
And don't forget, Gary turned down $1 million fight. Nah, that's not enough for me. What the fuck you talking about? Then the guy he's supposed to fight, it was a UK guy. That dude messed around and lost because somebody lesser than Gary. So Gary let $1 million walk away, and now they done cut him in half. Gary does this shit to himself. And then he do all this Al Heyman shit talk. These dumb fans buy into it. Well, when y'all gonna start talking and propping up Eddie Hearn for Gary? Do like the Negroes for Trump. Eddie Hearn for Gary Russell. Bob Arum for Gary Russell. Fuck Al Heyman. When y'all gonna tell him to walk away? Take his brothers with him.
Shout out to the Philippines. Good night, bro.
Bro, it probably don't matter what we tell him. He might be a Bud Crawford, bro. We told Bud to leave a long time ago, and what Bud do? He in court right now.
No, don't do that. Cause Bud ain't fought for $500K since before he got a championship belt.
Facts. I give Bud credit on that.
And Bud has accomplished shit in multiple divisions. Gary been babysitting this one division, respectfully. And look what it cost him. He sat on the shelf. He overpriced himself. The fans didn't support him. He made excuses. He blamed other people for his lack of inactivity, and then he going there in this press conference to tell us like, "Oh man, this is an old injury, and they told me I can build the muscles up around and strengthen it." Bro, you had 2 years out the ring. Why you ain't get that fixed? Problem is, a lot of these boxers don't have insurance neither. I don't know about Gary. I ain't trying to talk about him per se. I'm just saying in general, boxers don't have insurance. They don't have safety nets for things like surgery. They don't have life insurance a lot of times, bro. And when you sit out the ring 2 years, you don't babysit an injury, according to you, your words, not mine, since like right out of the Olympics, bro, you had 2 years out the ring. You couldn't get that. Now, granted, he did have other things going on. While you dealing with that other shit, go and get that surgery done.
Man, the man only fight one time a year anyways. Hell, if you get your shoulder done, I don't know how long it could take you to recover, but shit, it ain't gonna take too much longer than what you already sitting out. So get that shit done and get it out the way.
I don't know what you mean, Black Hawk. You say, but if he bangs it up, he could get knocked out. That's how I see it in this fight. Yeah, man, he should have got that surgery done while he was sitting around, excuse me, calling out Terrence Crawford, calling out Tank, calling out Devin. A lot of calls. Nobody picked up the phone. Go get the surgery, bro. And what we're not going to do is take away this man, Marq Magsayo's victory. One arm or not, Gary Russell lost, bro. Yes, he made it competitive. He made a good showing of himself, but he lost. The man didn't throw a jab after the 6th round. He threw in round 5, he threw 2. In round 6, he threw 1. And for the rest of the fight, he didn't throw no jabs. You're not going to win that fight.
But and if you look in early rounds, what was his signature punch? Well, I think in the first 2 rounds, he threw 22 jabs in both of those rounds. You know what I'm saying? He was working off the jab. So if you working off the jab and then you no longer have that available, you at a disadvantage, bro. It is what it is.
Bro, I don't mean to make this a Terrence Crawford thing, but let me say this. That's why a lot of these dudes ain't going to beat Terrence Crawford. Because Terrence Crawford, when that happens to him, he's going to be able to switch and still be able to dominate you. I mean, I think that's so key. What's the common thing that happens to guys? They're going to break their hand in the fight. Sometimes they're going to tear the bicep or the rotator cuff. Those are 2 of the most common injuries in boxing: a hand injury, or scar tissue. A guy who get cut a lot. Yeah, those are the common things. At the hand, it's scar tissue over your eyes. 3rd is probably your shoulder. But when you're dealing with a guy who's training for adversity, it don't seem like Gary trained for adversity. That's the thing that keep bringing me back too, Reg. He said this is an old injury. Let me find another clip of him talking about this. Let me find his next clip. I want to find that Jim Gray interview.
What are your thoughts?
I won 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3.
At least he got his math right. He didn't do like Teofimo Lopez. But go ahead. Let me pull a post-fight interview. Let me try to pull that up.
Man. But this dude, man, the delusion of Gary, man, has to stop. And I'm ready for somebody who's close to him, pull him aside and say, Gary, let's stop this shit. Gary needs to focus on Gary. Like I said, this is the other thing I want to say. This is what I want to make sure I get out.
I found this right here. This
right, let me get this out before I lose it. People need to cut that bullshit about Gary having a 5-year reign. That's not a reign. A reign doesn't happen in a sport like boxing. The reign can happen over somebody rule over a kingdom. You've been the president or something for a number of years. Not when you're a fighter and you ain't fighting shit. Ain't a goddamn reign. All he did was sat on belts. That's what Gary did. He accomplished a longest reigning reign. He accomplished sitting on belts. But he has had maybe 5 title defenses. That's about it. In 10 years, that's ridiculous.
Okay, so this is him explaining more in detail about the pre-fight injury.
Of course I was surprised at the decision. You know, I'm a warrior at the end of the day. I knew I had an injury. I refused to postpone this fight after almost a 2-year layoff. I wanted to get back in there and display my skill set. I believe that I did so with one arm, with a tough opponent. And, you know, like I say, 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3, hands down.
Yesterday, we talked about you never being 100% when you step into the ring. Mm-hmm. But do you regret now coming to the fight that injured, that compromised?
No, I don't regret it because I got an opportunity to show the fans what I can really truly do. You know, I'm a real champion at the end of the day. You know, I don't regret it. You know, I think it's going to be a lot of fans that's going to be disappointed at the decision, you know, in the way that the judges has called this thing. But it's also going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, hey, Gary is definitely the truth. You know, I truly believe I won the fight. Like I say, 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 2. He couldn't touch me. You know, the little scars that I possibly got on here, this was a head bunt. He landed maybe 2 solid clean shots for real in the entire fight that I can honestly think of. I outboxed him, I outpointed him, I outclassed him the whole way through.
Even when you face him again, what will you be able to do healthy?
Oh, healthy. I'm going to beat that ass even worse than what I did tonight. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Bruh.
Man, we definitely trying to see if we can get a rematch. Of course. I go and get this thing figured out. It was an injury that been haunting me for a long time. Before the 2008 Olympics, I had a torn tendon in it, and they wanted me to go and do surgery. I refused to go and get surgery and go under the knife. They told me that I was able to strengthen the muscles around it to actually protect it. That's what I was able to do throughout the duration of my career. And I heard it 2 weeks out from today. You know, if you actually pay attention to some of my interviews, you can actually probably see me wearing a sling in some of my interviews. This little white thing across my shoulder. I was real careful about you actually being able to see my arm in the sling, but you can see the little white thing across my shoulder in some of my.
Oh my God.
So you in the sling, but you fight. Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Stop.
Gary Sling Russell. Slingy motherfucker. God damn. So 2008, the injury was on a longer layoff than Gary fucking boxing career.
Oh, that's funny.
Gary and his injuries be fucking lingering. Oh shit.
Reggie, that is hilarious. You said the injury had a longer layoff. That's hilarious.
That laid off injury came back to fight with Gary. They came out on the same night.
Bro, y'all cannot tell me that ain't no clown shit right there, bro. That's some clown shit. So you telling me you been hurt for the last, 12, 13, 14 years, bro? And now all of us, man, shit. Oh, shit. I'm gonna take my ass to sleep. I can't even do this shit.
Boots saying he got robbed. Hold on. Let me see this. Is Boots in his eye saying he got robbed? Hold up. Gary did a good boxing job. He made a good showing of himself. But Rob, this Boots in it. This Boots in us on Twitter.
Joseph, what's going on, Canyon?
He eating and shit. All right, let me fast forward.
I think he's speaking in part. He wasn't.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think he still won, even with one hand or one shoulder. I think he was picking him apart, and he wasn't really getting him like that.
Come on now.
Sure, I eat all day.
I can tell. Because you sound deprived of minerals and energy. That's all y'all got?
Top through. Ken, what's up?
Okay, well, that's all he said. He was like,
the face was good. Yeah, I think Gary Russell got robbed.
Straight like that. That's Boot Sentence. I think Gary Russell got robbed. Y'all heard it. Let's hear it again.
Yeah, I think Gary Russell got robbed. Yeah, I think he still won, even with one hand or one shoulder. I think he was picking him apart, and he wasn't really getting him like that.
You got hit enough, though. You got hit enough, bro. And I like Gary. I think Gary made a good account of himself to be fighting with one hand. But we can't give away, bro. Come on, bro. Like if that was you, Boots in this, you would be in there like, yo, you got robbed. Like you can be like, yo, the dude didn't even throw a jab for 6 rounds. Like you would be arguing that point. The other guy was clearly the aggressor, the champion. Yeah, he was doing lateral movement, making a miss. Yeah, every now and then he caught him with a good shot, but bro, he didn't land enough. He didn't throw enough. He wasn't aggressive enough. But also the crazy part, like low key at best though, you can still give it a draw. I'm talking about the official cards. I ain't talking about what we talking about. The judges, they agreed on about 8 out of the 12 rounds, and on 2 of the scorecards, it was 115, 113, 115, 113, 114, 114. So that means it was a close fight, bro. But robbery is so overused. I should do a whole episode about that. Most overused words in boxing. Robbery and duck. No, he didn't get robbed. He lost, bro. He made it competitive, but he lost. He didn't give himself the best opportunity, first of all, by wearing this outfit, and second of all, by training himself and coming in there injured. I'll pass the mic. Y'all got the
floor. For Boots to come out, and much respect to Boots, bro. I love Boots. That's definitely one of my favorite fighters. But bro, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop with this robbery stuff. You gotta stop this, man, because it takes credibility away from the whole community, bro. Like it take all credibility away. There's no way I'm gonna come. Oh my God, this man didn't throw. It ain't nothing I can say at this point. It's nothing else I can say that I hadn't already said. But I just, man, I hate to hear this, because when you go to other channels, when you hear other people talking about how and how what they'll say, the LBDC or the LD whatever it is, LDBC, they talk about them. They want to talk about how black people support black fighters. The whole racism piece of boxing. Bruh, when you come out talking about a robbery in a fight like this, where the man clearly, I mean, he was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt, but at the same time, the man threw more punches than you. He connected with more punches than you. He was more aggressive than you. And once again, and even the judges did, even with that, all of that happening, they still said, okay, one of them gave you a draw, which showed that the scoring was fair, and the other 2 had it at a slim margin. Like I said before, I had it 7-5. You know what I'm saying, on my scorecard. And I ain't nobody professional, but I'm just watching the fight, and I score around when I see a round. And so, bro, I don't see how anybody can say anything about a robbery. And I just think, man, that shit, it really hurt the credibility of the black community when you start talking that way, because, bro, I don't know, man. It's just frustrating to hear. It's frustrating to hear. That's all I got.
Man, Gary better use that sling to shoot his career forward. Sling man. Yeah, that's Gary. Gary better put that sling on his arm and bounce his career forward. He'll be back. That's why he was wearing a sling. I don't never remember Gary Rose wearing a sling. I'm gonna have to go back and look at footage now. I'm searching, but the excuse making must stop. The activity needs to increase. Hopefully the doctors look at it and ain't that bad of a tear. Maybe he don't need surgery. But Gary better think about getting back into this boxing thing. And he must move up in weight. He must go out here, get these younger fighters, and see where he can go. But or otherwise, he might as well go back into boxing training. Then Gary be a great trainer, but he can't come up with excuses. If he loses, we can't hear no crying from him if one of his brothers loses. I mean, sling man, let's sling yourself humbly and move forward. Get over it. Sling yourself over the bridge. There's water over the bridge, and let's move on.
Yo, you said sling yourself over the bridge. Hey, yeah, man, I ain't with all of that fanboying, yo. Like, why is it so hard for people to say, yo, you was wrong. You picked the wrong guy. The other guy won. Or like the guy told y'all before the fight he was injured. He told you not to bet on him. You get what I'm saying? He said, I'm injured. He been out the ring for a while. Now everybody wanting to have a rematch clause. Nah, it ain't no rematch clause. And yo, I get it. It was a close fight. It was a competitive fight. But a close fight ain't no robbery, bro. And it ain't even that close when you consider all the factors. It wasn't even that close because the man didn't throw a lot of punches.
Like, you know, it's crazy because my partner, Knockout Boxing, man, 86 TV, man. If you ain't never checked him out, check him out, man. Dude, he has a prediction show, and he on his prediction show he predicted that Magsayo would win this fight, and it was crazy because you had so many people, bro. They came at this dude like you would have thought that he said that damn I don't know, bro. They came at him so tough just because he said I think this man got a good chance to win this fight, and now he go out and win this fight. And what now everything is a robbery. And it's like, man, at some point in time, bro, we got to be realistic about boxing. We got to, and I say it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, if there is a robbery, let's call it that. Then that's cool. If we really see it where a dude goes out and win 8 rounds to 4 or something like that, and he gets slighted, then we need to speak on that. But at the same time, in a fight like tonight, it's clear, in my opinion, that this man, Gary Russell, this man did not win the fight. It's okay, but let's be honest about it. Let's keep the same energy and let's be accurate on our opinions and our calls and our assessments of fights, regardless of who is for. When you have people coming out talking about Pitbull Cruz that he was robbed for Tank against Tank, you had people going crazy about individuals saying that Pitbull Cruz was robbed against Tank. Of course, we know that Tank won the fight. We saw, I think, Tank, and with the injury, I think Tank clearly won that fight. But in the same sense, in this situation, bro, Magsayo clearly won the fight. You know what I'm saying? He won. Give that man his credit and take your L like a grown ass man and go on to the next fight. And as you watch your fights, bro, just call a spade a spade. And that's what the sport of boxing is missing, man. That's what it's missing.
Go ahead, Reg.
Man, I can't fuck with Gary, man. I'm over here just dying, man, thinking all these goddamn excuses. But I mean,
and I think just Reg, they're gonna let them do it too. They're gonna get away with it. They're gonna do about 20 episodes, and they're gonna cater to weak-minded individuals who just want to hear somebody be their daddy. And say, tell them, daddy, tell them. That's what happened.
I'm gonna call these Tony ass niggas. Lay your head on my pillow ass niggas. That's what these motherfuckers goddamn shows be when they protected these fighters.
Agree with your Tank statement. I missed that. What you say about Tank?
Wait, who?
Somebody in the chat said I disagree with his Tank statement. What y'all say about Tank?
Oh, I'd say I think Tank would have whooped his ass that was in this fight. If Tank was in this fight because of what Magsayo's inexperience didn't show him in the moment where he had Gary hurt. I remember I said I think Devin or Tank would have destroyed Gary Russell in this fight, and especially with an injury like that, they would have forced Gary Corner to pull him up out of that fight because they would have knew what to go in here and do, and they would have been given the instructions on how to tear him down. Work on that arm, beat that arm up, cut him off. He only has one direction to go into. You ain't got to worry about a punch coming from this angle. Let's take the angle sharp over here. Let's take a quick sharp left, step over here, and that's also the direction he's moving in. We need to cut him off. Beat that arm up. Just tap on that arm, tear it up. Let him writhe in pain. Work down to the body. We hitting them with uppercuts. coming over the top with the left hook. Being that arm ain't moving, we over the top with left hooks. Right hand straight down the middle, uppercut, body shots. We just gonna work him. And that's what Tank would have did to him.
But I think he was talking about my comment when I just said that I think that Tank clearly won the fight over Cruz. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's what he was talking about because going back looking, he said something about taking Cruz. So I think that's what he was talking about. And in my opinion, I think I gave the fight Tank versus Pitbull. I thought Tank won 8 rounds to 4 and on my scorecard. You know what I'm saying? With a broken hand. So that's how I saw the fight. But at the same time, I don't have a problem with somebody saying they saw it differently. But at the same time, I will say that I think Tank clearly won that fight. And the same way I think that Magsayo clearly won this fight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more though. Somebody said, yeah, that Tank won over Cruz. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Tank did win. I think Tank won over Cruz. I think Tank beat him. Tank beat Cruz.
With one hand too. Tank did it with one hand.
One hand is different from one arm. Like
did he throw?
The shoulder, you can't even lift it up. You said, there I go.
No, I'm saying, did Tank even throw the hand anymore? Tank kept that hand out.
Tank still threw it though. That's the difference.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, Tank still threw it. Tank didn't go that whole round without throwing that damn left hand. Because it was his or was it his right hand? No, it was his which hand was it with Tank? I think it was his right hand.
It was the thing it might have been right hand.
It was his right hand. It might have been his lead hand, so he had to throw it to the left. But he still would throw it out there and tap it and touch it. I remember Floyd messed his hand up one time so bad that's his only time literally going down legit and getting a count because he hurt his hand. It was a time where I remember he was in his elbow. He hurt his elbow and showed his uncle said, "Fuck your elbow. Worry about that shit tomorrow. You got to fight right now." Remember Zab was talking about in an interview one time. His dad was like, he was like, "Bro, I think he broke my rib." He said, "Fuck your rib. Use your other rib." Yeah, man. Yeah, he was like, but I knew if he hit me again right there in that spot, it was gonna be over. So Zab said he ran pretty much that next round to recover and was able to still win the fight. But yeah, man, you got that's the true champion going through the adversity. Like saying I'm a true champion just because I didn't get knocked out. Just because I stepped in the ring, bro, you got $500,000. I would go in there and fight him for $500,000 tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. I would have to go and make. Now I don't know if I would make 126. So that's the problem. But I would damn near kill myself making 126 for $500,000, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the business. You got to make the weight. The writing's been bro. These people out who saying Gary got robbed. The writing was on the wall before the fight. Look at this. Look at my man right here. He looking at him like, you missed the weight. Look at him how he cut his eyes at Gary. He looking over there Showtime people like, what y'all want me to do?
Man, hey, with that $500,000, Gary can get the rest of that hoodie fixed. He can get some arms attached to it.
Let me get the sleeves too. Slim. What's that?
He gonna go in there like Chris Rock on "I'm gonna get you sucker." I got the money now. Put me some arms on these motherfuckers. Wait, leave the right arm out because it's broke.
I gotta make room for my sling.
I want one sleeve.
Bro, this was what's wrong with the sport too, man. People so quick to say something to robbery too. Before you say something so egregious, go back and listen to it, watch it again. All right, so here go Cool Boy Steph. Schoolboy Steph saying Gary Russell edged it out. All right, here we go. Let's hear it. It's Cool Boy Steph.
For me, congrats, champ. Appreciate that.
Boy Steph, what did you think of the fight?
It was an excellent fight. You know, the Warriors dogging it out from the start to the finish.
They were definitely dogging it out. I had Gary winning. How do you beat a champ in his damn near his hometown? He's the champ. How does that happen, man? That's kind of crazy, right? But anyway, what's next for your career?
Springtime. Looking forward to getting back in there, defend and then become undisputed.
Okay. Any names out there? You just said undisputed. Okay, my bad. All right, so if you don't.
It's some good names out there. I mean, I'll drop them soon on my Twitter.
Okay. Well, there's been some back and forth with you and Shakur. I know he has a fight coming up with Oscar Valdez. Is that a fight you want after that fight? Are you willing to just go up and face him?
I mean, when the time makes sense, then yes, I'll fight anybody. And right now, that it don't mean shit right now. That's nothing.
Right.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Right. What do you think about the next fight with Shakur and Oscar Valdez?
It's a good fight that needs to happen in the 130 division. I'm here to take over the 126. Right there. And when I move to 130, I'll do the same.
Another fight that's coming up, Spence versus Ugas. What do you think about that fight?
I like that fight. And I also want to see Spence and Crawford. Like, those fights, that's like some of the hell of a fights right there.
What do you got in Spence in a Spence and Crawford fight?
It's like Spence got that great technical defense, but Crawford got that wild streetness that I like.
Right.
So, it's like a 50-50 for me.
What about the eye injury and the car accident?
None of that matters to me.
You don't think so?
Nah. That man a fighter at the end of the day. That's what he gonna do is fight.
Right. What else do you want the fans to know?
I just want y'all to know, I'm always willing to put on great performances, continue to support me. I mean well.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, man. What y'all think of that, man? That's Schoolboy Steph.
Man, these dudes don't know how to keep it real with their friends. Man, that's what I say. My religion is anti-lying to kick it. Give a fuck you, my friend. I may not do it in front of a camera. I'll be like, man, I ain't got no comment. But in the real of shit, I'm like, homie, man, you didn't win that fight. You didn't win that fight. And I think that one thing is to keep shit thorough with your friends. That's why people so fucked up, do fucked up shit, because they stay with yes people around them and shit.
You think that's what it is? The black American boxers just saying, hey, we're gonna ride with our guy and say he got robbed?
Yeah. But it doesn't, that shit don't work. And a lot of people only have black pride when it come to what they claim it, when they come with boxing talk. I rock with black fighters, and I tell that shit when I have sports conversation with white folks. I'm rocking with the damn black athlete. Unless it's a white athlete I like, which is, I don't think it's none that's out there. Well, some the Russian get better be I'm gonna go with him versus any black fighter I see him go in there with, because he's my favorite fighter in that division until someone else comes along. But along these other divisions and shit, my favorite fighters who I like in these divisions are black. And I tell folks, I'm going with the black fighter in that division. Now, if the black fighter fucking loses, I'm going to keep shit 100. I ain't painting over shit with fake blackness. Because anytime I hear people talking about the black man this and the black, y'all sound like weak-minded fucks, and y'all the reason why other people talk shit about black folks when they suffer this shit. You keep shit honorable. It's honor in men who go into combat. It's honor in conflict on the field. You don't create excuses. Oh man, we was shoot. Our missiles just missed it because we had little malfunctions in our missiles, but they was cheating, shooting missiles. We was trying to fix ours, and they some cheating. They a cheating military. They knew our missiles didn't work, and we was trying to fix them. Like, stop the bullshit.
Facts, and I think that's the yeah, absolutely, bro. I think that the most skilled fighters in boxing are black fighters. I think they usually, not all, but most usually come with or in every division are usually more
skill in all race though, bro. Skill is skill.
Fact, and that's why I said not all. Not all. I'm not saying all, because I do, yeah. Even and a Canelo is a very skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying?
He got skills.
Facts. Better be, like you said, better be. a very skilled fighter.
Nah.
Man, Better Beef is a hella fighter, Mark.
No,
You
he's a
sleeping on him.
brawler, bro. He a banger.
Brawler, yeah, right. He likes to be like Sabril. What you watch with that dude Sabril tonight is exactly what Better Beef is at 175.
You talking about on the UFC shit?
No, that dude who fought before Gary and them.
No. Nah.
Man, you crazy. You think that Better Beef being there brawling. That motherfucker is a systematic, highly technical
you know what?
fighter.
He's like Vic Darchinyan in that motherfucker, man.
Hell no, you are crazy. That dude's so technically sound. It's
talking
crazy.
about the one who just beat up
Marcus Brown.
Yeah, Marcus
broke him. It wasn't no brawling in that shit.
Canelo wash him, bro. He ain't
Man,
got
put him in the ring with him.
No, I think
head movement.
Canelo is more skilled than him, absolutely. But at the same time,
head movement,
skills.
Fight off the back foot. All that happened was he cut Marcus Brown up. Marcus Brown got bloody. Marcus Brown couldn't take his shot, and Marcus Brown couldn't keep that man off of him. But that dude just got power, bro. He's strong, got brute strength, and he got a chin made of fucking stone.
Usyk, but you look at Usyk. Usyk is a very skilled fighter.
Y'all like that nigga that doing pull counters, check left hooks, and all kind of shit. No, he walking straight through him, and he hitting him.
Man, you better go rewatch his fights.
I just seen him fight, bro. I've been seeing him fight. I probably know about him before some of you, not y'all on the panel, but in general. Yeah, I mean, I know him Better Beef for a minute, bro. He good, but he ain't all this high skill shit. No, he got power.
Man, y'all think just high skills mean because a nigga can jump over here, do the opie dope and jump rope and hibbity flop, hit you with the 1-2 and the doobity doo, that makes him highly skilled. This dude is picking shots, blocking shit, stepping in range when he needs it, when he needs to be in range, hitting people with perfect shots to the body. It's almost like he's a pressure point type punching fighter. He knows where to specifically hit you and certain points in your body. He's just slowly and methodically breaking you down. He's stopped every single opponent he's been in here with. And he's taking his time over the course to do it.
Yeah, I get it, bro. He has power, and he's a pressure fighter. Yes, but
it's not strictly power though, Mark. It's like even what Sabril tonight said, and Sabril's gonna fuck around and kill somebody. But it's the thing that he said. He says, "I'm not a hard puncher. I just chop these guys down." And the problem in boxing is that you don't get people that break people down. These dudes work from down up, and a lot of fighters don't do that.
Hey, if I could call another fight from tonight. You go look at the draw between King Tug and Lucas, right? In that fight, I believe that, and just looking. I think King Tut was a more skillful fighter. But the problem was neither one of them didn't have any clue how to find their range. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as having their head on them, their head movement, the lateral movement, being able to catch and counter, I think King Tut was a more skillful fighter. But man, I don't even that draw was I don't know. That was a interesting fight because I think the ref did miss the knockdown, right? But I think
he got robbed tonight.
Well, I think the ref missed 2 knockdowns though because I think Tug should have been that should have been called a knockdown when it was called a slip, and then there was a shot that Tug caught Lucas with, where Lucas kind of grabbed him, and I thought that should have been called a knockdown because he was holding himself up by holding on to the Tug waist. So I didn't have a problem with neither one being called a knockdown because I thought both of them should have been called a knockdown. So I thought both of them, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. But at the same time, I didn't see it. I didn't think that was a robbery either. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought if watching the fight, Lucas, this man, he couldn't find his range. He was lunging a lot. He was throwing wild looping shots that was hitting them but air. You know what I'm saying? And Tug, he wasn't the most accurate fighter because he was running a lot more shots right down the middle, and so I thought he was winning the fight, but I didn't have a problem with that being called a draw. I didn't, but at the same time, I thought that once again Lucas was the longer fighter. He was he should have been the more rangy fighter, but once again he couldn't find his range, and Tug was. Yeah, I thought he was the more skillful fighter in that fight.
No, a great assessment on that fight, and I definitely agree with you on that one. And that's why. And the other thing that's
hell no. Go ahead,
Mark. Go ahead.
I don't agree with that shit, man. Look, the kid got robbed of a clean knockdown, bro. That was the difference making this fight. And then you get the ref up there copping pleas at the end. They keep showing it to him. I heard somebody say in your chat, Reggie, God don't play. And God made him slap himself in the face with that towel for lying on camera.
And the mic.
Slap yourself with this towel talking about you don't see that right there. You clearly see it. Go ahead, man.
That nigga opened eyes up. Like he's gonna give him a better look. And kept saying he ain't see no knockdown.
Let me see it again.
But at the same time, I agree. After the fight, yeah, we clearly saw that was a knockdown. But in the position that the ref was in at the time
no, don't make no excuses for him. He's saying he didn't see it then, and he damn sure don't see it now.
What I'm saying is after the fight when he was looking at the replay, it's no excuse for you not to just come out and stand and be like, you know what, I missed that one. I used to coach, I coached there and ref basketball a lot, and one thing I always realized is if you miss a call, bro, you miss a call. It happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. I ain't perfect, so I'm good. But I always got more respect instead of saying, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." I'd be like, "Yeah, I missed that one, bro. I missed it. It is what it is. I missed it." And you know, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Players be like, "You know what? I appreciate it. Try to catch the next one then. Cool, whatever." But at the same time, when they showing you the replay versus you in the fight, it's different. And I thought that when they showed him the replay, the man acted kind of silly when he did, especially when we seen the punch and he talking about, I don't see, he threw an overhand hook. I don't see nothing. Bruh, he hit the man on the chin, bro. What are you talking about?
He kept saying a hook. I was like, that's a jab. Right. He called him with a clean jab. He was out of position. Oh boy, stepped to the side, and he called him with a straight, good, clean jab that clipped him like a hook or something.
But I'm not mad at him saying it was a slippage. The reason being is because he was out of position to see that punch. From especially looking at the replay, he wasn't in good position to see that punch.
He just stepped over.
Say it again.
Yeah. He had just stepped over. The way he was when it was about to happen, but he had just stepped over. But regardless, the punch landed. That's why we need in boxing too, bro.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. All I'm saying is as the fight is live, you know what I'm saying? When I first saw it, I thought it was a slip.
It's clean.
And you know,
replay is so essential to boxing, man. That shit has to be implemented nationwide.
Man, how do you do it? Do you wait until after?
Nevada does it.
Look, a knockdown is called a slip in between rounds, or like right when it's happening. If the ref don't call it a knockdown, or if the ref call it a slip, that's when you go to them people in the back, and they already looking at it, just how they queuing up the replay. So they need to start doing that immediately with everything that's called a slip, or if something that's called a headbutt. Or you know, was it an accident headbutt or was it a punch? Yeah, we just got to get involved.
You know, I don't disagree at all with that. I don't.
Hold on, because here's the crazy part: you got a lot of states that got instant replay and they don't even use it. A couple states out there got instant replay and they don't even use it in boxing, bro.
Yeah, and that's a travesty, man. That we live in this technically advanced world. And here's boxing still trying to stay in the dark ages, even though don't want to change rules. Wait, do baseball do this shit? I don't know. No, baseball may not do it, but even the NFL was reluctant to do that shit. Everybody tried to create every excuse.
Two down.
Baseball does it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if baseball does it, boxing needs to get with that shit because boxing is one of the sports where these fighters are sacrificing so much, and things like a knockdown can change the circumstances for a fighter. They change the whole career. You can't take nothing. You can't be robbing these fighters of shit. Then you get refs that don't want to look wrong, that would sit there and watch the shit on camera and refuse. So therefore, you take it away from this referee. So what that referee displayed was he doesn't like to be wrong. He doesn't want to be proven that he's wrong. So you take it away from him and you allow people who are supposed to be neutral to review that shit, and they go back and tell the ref that knockdown you missed. That slip that you called, that was actually a knockdown. We're going to score it. That shit needs to happen.
Right, and also what happens too, Reg, his arrogance looked like it took over. His arrogance, his ego, but who knows? Let's say you admitted, as a ref, you just admitted you made a mistake. Do you get that job, that championship fight, or next time something comes in your city or in your state? You get passed over. But I think you show integrity by just saying, yo, I dropped the ball. You know?
Yeah, integrity is huge. And with that ref showing a lack of it, that may keep that, it could keep him away from these bigger fights. And he probably didn't realize at the time, just trying not to look like he was wrong. Like clearly seeing that a punch is landed as the guy before he goes down, like, and to act like you didn't see it wasn't a good look. It wasn't good for the situation moving forward for that ref.
Yeah, Uncle Kenny said, I didn't see no slip. I ain't see no slip neither, Uncle Kenny. Let me make sure I rent you up over there on the backup channel. Yeah, man. Truly unfortunate, man, that we can't, even in the midst of all of this, people are all this, and people are still walking away feeling like somebody got robbed. That's why you got to have these checks and balances. You feel me, Reg?
Man, these steals always come from the same goddamn group of people. Same people. It's always the same people crying about some robbery and this and that outcome. If it's a fighter they like, then they're gonna claim the robbery. People ain't gonna leave the sport undefeated, and that's what people need to wake up to.
Kanye said, yeah, end of rounds. I disagree. He stepped over. Who stepped over? What do you mean somebody stepped over? You said somebody stepped over?
No, not me. Probably Dub said that.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, man, that fight, call it how you want to, that fight could have went either way too. The one that was a draw, Gary Russell, that fight could have won a draw or
hell no
lost. Because only reason I say it could have been a draw, Reg, because one judge gave it a draw. The other two judges only look one round for Gary Russell by either judge, and it's a majority draw.
And that's
one round on majority of the cards. He lost by one round, Reggie. So yeah, it could have went another way. It could have been a draw, but that's not no robbery though. That's one round off. Now if y'all would have went in there and said, okay, Gary Russell only won one round, or he lost every round 120, or if they was to give Gary Russell the fight and say he won it at 120, all of that is robbery. That's when you rob him. But one round difference is not a robbery, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's the other delusion of Russell's. They've been looking to take me down, man. They've been looking to take me down because I'm just such a black man and nah. Dude, these motherfucking referees is trying everything to steal it from that goddamn other dude. Had Gary had two hands to work with and still fought the same kind of fight, they would have had enough to fucking steal this fight for Gary. They ain't want to take this fight away from Gary Russell. So he's fooling his fucking self. They didn't rob him. They robbed that other guy because, in my opinion, I didn't think the fight was close scorecard-wise. It wasn't like Gary's getting his ass whooped, but it just wasn't Gary did enough to take rounds for me. Just wasn't. But to claim robbery, like, come on, Gary. You damn near had a draw on every single card on this fight. Like, so he needs to appreciate what the referees, I mean, not the referee, but what the judges try to see for him, which I thought was bullshit.
Oh, so you disagree with the judges? You think it was
fuck yeah?
Okay. We got Cayenne here. What up, Cayenne?
What's going on, good brother?
Talk to me. What you got?
Luke.
Well, first of all, Gary clearly lost.
Say it again.
I said Gary clearly lost.
Yeah, he lost, man. I'm rooting for him, but he lost.
Yeah, I definitely was rooting for him. I actually picked the other guy to win though tonight. I just didn't feel like just something about the way Gary just went through this whole process. It didn't look like he was just fully invested in it. You know what I mean? The face off, missing weight, the interviews. I personally, I think he's done. I think he's on the way out the door. Too much going on in his personal life. He's definitely never going to get the fights that he's been chasing now that he's lost, because that's an excuse for him to keep not fighting him. You know what I mean? So, it's just crazy. And the other fight, I think, it was definitely a robbery for the other kid, because I don't know how no one saw that as a knockdown. And then, like I was saying, you actually see the ref as the punch is landing. He's like kind of stepping over to get into a better position. You clearly see the head turn. The feet weren't nowhere near being tangled. So how do you not score that a knockdown?
Because King Tug right foot slipped out when he got hit, but that's what happened when you get punched in your face too.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. That was due to the punch. You know what I mean?
Caught his ass off guard. He lost his damn footing.
Yeah, it's one of those ones he slipped in. He didn't see like clearly coming, but it's just the state that we in. And then I think it kind of hurts people when this happens. Like you said, this guy stepped in and he won that one missed call. You know what I mean? Cost him the fight. So hopefully we fortunate enough. Maybe they'll run it back. Who knows?
Nah, they ain't running it back. Because if Gary got to go to the Philippines to get him to run.
No, I'm not talking about Gary. I'm talking about the other kid, Lucas.
Lucas was the last minute replacement from Africa.
Yeah.
He ain't about to fight him again. Might as well. He ain't got nobody else to fight.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Look at this. Look at this. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
This is what Showtime had up on their website before the fight.
What's the amateur record?
Bro, right. No, bro, when they had the side-by-side comparison, Showtime had this picture up of old boy's record.
Wow.
Shit, this might be why I got the strike too. Shit. Like, you talking about us? Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, you are not 120-2.
That's crazy.
120-2. So sometimes they make these mistakes and they don't fix them. Hold on, let me let right side back in. Yeah, look at this though. This is what they had up. 122 versus 25-1.
That's crazy.
It lets you know who they thought was gonna win.
Yeah, well, it was sadly mistaken tonight.
I get it, typos happen, but Showtime is a $1 billion company, billion with a B, right? Everybody silent, crickets.
Oh no, most definitely.
Like, what's going on here? So I don't know. I thought the writing was on the wall, man. I was like, damn, they got to set up for King Tut to win. Last minute replacement and everything, but old boy got robbed clean of a knockdown, a clean shot. And that referee had to slap himself with the towel.
Yeah, he'll probably get some type of reprimand, hopefully,
No, he ain't. The referee got the final word in there, man. They ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to reverse it.
Oh, no, they definitely not doing that.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Man, if this dude was 120-2, bro, I'm pretty sure he's one of the greatest fighters of all time. I'm just saying.
Come on, bro.
I'm just saying, y'all can't tell me if he 120-2, he ain't one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Bro,
but he fighting on the undercard. He ain't even a co-main event.
He had 108 fights since July of last year. 108 fights since July and won them all. Because last time I checked, he only had 12 fights. And I get it. You hit 1, 2. How do you get your finger all the way over there to the 0 for 120? That ain't even right by each other. I can get you made a mistake. It was 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? 1, 3, 2. Maybe you put 21 instead of 12. But you hit 120?
Yeah.
No proofreading. Nobody caught that.
Yeah, that's
They hired the intern for a nice fight.
So what?
The intern got the nice fight.
Shit like that. Shit like that, man. Let me see what they say in chat. Yeah, man. I just think it's disappointing. Uncle Kenny, what up, K Savoy? He said Vegas had King Tut to KO Lucas in 1 round. Wow. Was not impressed by Magsayo. Okay. He won that fight. What you mean? He said, what you mean you weren't impressed? He won that fight. I wasn't impressed neither. I thought he could have cut the ring off better. I thought he could have did, like Reggie, you even said things he could have did. A lot of things he could have did, but then you said the judges had it too close. How are both things true, Reg?
Oh, how they both true? Because you win round by round, and he was winning round by round. But it wasn't like he was. You don't have to dominate to win by a wide scorecard. He wasn't dominant, but he was doing enough because the champion Gary couldn't deliver with anything to take rounds. This round by round, not even overall of how things look. I mean, he didn't whoop on Gary, but he took the rounds because Gary didn't do enough.
But ain't it always the champion? It's your fight to win. It's not my fight to lose.
Man, that's bullshit. That's just kind of a cliche bullshit that's been thrown out there.
Yeah.
If you're losing rounds, you're gonna lose a fight.
But
and I agree with you too.
Go ahead.
I agree with what he's saying too, because I used to I still kind of do believe you got to come in and beat the champ. But let's be real, Gary gave that away tonight. He didn't come in and just whoop up on him and clearly take the belt, but Gary kind of gave it to him too, with the not being able to throw enough punches with the injury and all that. You know what I mean?
Uncle
yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Reg. Go ahead.
No, I said absolutely, and that's exactly it. If the champion ain't there because of some physical injury to really make it competitive for you to take his belt, but even say if it was a more highly competitive round, you still got to score based on effective punches, and if that challenger is landing more effectively, clearly delivering his punches, and the judges are clearly seeing it, the judge is going to, and each of those things marked on their paper, they got to say, damn, that challenger won this round. Round 2, another competitive round, the champion got it back, and they just got to tally it up. It's all based on how you tally the stuff up. You just can't say, I have to show, and that's wrong. If any judge in the sport of boxing, any rider, any fan believes that you got to take it away from the champion, SBS, because it's all about, regardless of how a champion may have won his fights before earning the title, still the same way as when he has a title. You have to go in there and fight your heart out as a champion. Anytime you go to defend them titles, you must fight your heart out, prepare, and train your ass off. And you just can't be gifted victories because you're a champion and you go in there against a challenger. Like, heck no. Nah. But boxing probably has been done that way too, though.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Cayenne.
Yeah, even with that, I think this is one of those fights where, because I definitely believe that Gary, even though it was only like 70, 75 punches that he landed, it was he definitely landed the ooh-ah shots, the cleaner shots. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it gets very tricky because it's like, what do you like? You know what I mean? But then at the end of the day, I like the clean, effective punching, but it just wasn't enough clean, effective punching for me to be like, yeah, Gary, you won. You know what I mean?
75 punches divided by 12 is 6.25. So that's about 6 punches per round.
Yeah, you went ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah. That was it. That was it. It was just like, where's the rest of the fight? You know what I mean?
They're quiet for the next 3 minutes.
Right. Straight silence.
Yep. He just didn't do enough tonight. And I understand with the injury, it's just like, you know what I mean?
No excuses.
Yeah, no excuses. You're right.
What
You're
you think of
paid.
what you think of my opinion right here and my synopsis? Gary Russell needed to check. That's why he didn't push the fight back with the injury.
With all going on in his life, I agree.
Because a lot of these dudes don't be having insurance. I ain't saying he ain't got no insurance, but come on, bro.
Well, you gotta be
insurance.
You gotta
He needed surgery. I think his brother might have got passed away.
Yep.
A lot going on, bro.
Yeah. You trying to keep your father afloat. I'm pretty sure that's very expensive. You know what I mean?
Silverhawk, what up? Silverhawk said Jerron Ennis thought Gary Russell won. And I like Jerron Boots. I met him, cool dude, got a picture with him and everything. It's actually my Instagram avatar. Here you go. Boom. I like Boots. Boots is a cool dude. Boots, you are wrong, my brother. You're wrong. And I think he got a bias. Sometimes you got an implicit bias. Sometimes you got a different type of bias, man. But I think he got a bias. This their guy. You know what I'm saying? He's the American. Boots right there in Philly, Gary Russell, DC, they PBC type dudes. Come on, bro.
Yeah, you got to keep it real with your homies, though. You know what I mean?
Facts. Man, but look, we talking about combat sports. You always said, Reggie, like that combat sports, people get sensitive because that's man on man, one versus one. It's not a team sport, and it's the rawest form. It's like it ain't no foot race. No, I'm better than you. I'm bigger, stronger, taller, or whatever. Or I'm faster. I'm smarter. I can beat you up, and you can't beat me up. Lefts and rights, no scooping me up, no slamming, no chokeholds. Lefts and rights, I can outbox you. Oh man, they can't admit they lost. We seen guys go out there and only landed less punches. Look, Adrian Broner didn't do half as good as Gary Russell did tonight. And he beat that boy.
True.
Can't make this shit. Look, man, we got 339 votes. Sad that we didn't get 339 likes. But I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this poll with y'all. And according to the poll, Gary Russell lost. And I'm a black guy, right? This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it ain't no but this is a Filipino station. Nah, man. It's right here in America.
Yeah, I always try to avoid that too, because when it comes down like that, I know that is a type of bias, but I'm just a fan.
No, I didn't say you were. No. I was just segueing.
No. I'm just speaking in general. I didn't say you were saying me personally.
No. I was just doing a segue while I was loading this up. So I got this on the screen. 339 votes. Yes, Magsayo won. That's a resounding 86%. 4% out of 339 said no, Gary won. 6% said it was a draw. And 4% said Gary lost but can win in a rematch. So we'll add that 4% up there to Mateo's score of the 8. So 90% of y'all saying Gary lost. It ain't no robbery, bro.
No, not by a long shot.
Ain't no robbery, man. Give that man his credit, man. He brought it home to the Philippines. He did it for his family. Did it for his team. He did it for Manny Pacquiao. And
but you know what I said too? What do y'all think about this right here, right?
Huh?
By him not looking that good, like Magsayo, right? Tonight, right? Because let's just be real. He didn't look like I've seen him in other fights, but he did enough to win, right? I was telling somebody else, this could actually be a good thing for him because now he might be able to get people to jump out the window and try to unify with him. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what happened here. Remember his last fight, he got dropped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I think this kind of opened up a couple more doors for him tonight.
Yeah, but a lot of them guys who got them belts, they don't move like Gary.
No,
and I don't think they're as elusive. And like I said, man, with two hands, I think Gary could have did better.
Yeah.
And I'm going by the official scorecards, Reg. That's all I'm going by. According to the official judges, he only lost by 1 round on each card. Wow, with one hand, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing this again.
Definitely rematch.
But I don't want to see Gary at 126 no more. I just told y'all, win, lose, or draw, he need to move up. I think that's that time, bro. Go out there and fight Chris Colbert. Go out there and try to fight Shakur Stevenson. Like, yeah, get your surgery, get yourself healed up, and move up in weight, bro. Because the way this kid looking, ain't no giving that he gonna have the belt by the time you finish for surgery.
Yeah.
The kid got a lot to work on, man. Well, he got a lot to work on because he should have stopped Gary with one arm. And after round 5, no, Gary threw 2 jabs in round 5, 1 jab in round 6. 0 for the rest of the fight. He should have stopped that man. He couldn't cut the ring off. He had the height. He had the reach. He had the size advantage. He had the youth. Couldn't cut the ring off. Couldn't bang that shoulder. Couldn't work the body enough. He couldn't pin Gary down. Gary's just too loose. And Gary had the two-tone body. Like, he was brown skinned up top and he had light skinned legs. That kind of threw me off the whole fight. I was like, damn,
Hey,
up top, but he got Chris Brown legs. What happened? Go ahead.
Yeah, his legs do look like he's rolled in some powdered donuts and shit. He was looking pale as hell. But the melanin wearing off. That's why he lost. That's gonna be an excuse. My melanin depleted.
He needed the ancestors, man. He needed the power of his ancestors. He needed his. He should have wore his African and the leopard fur. Should have wore the Simba outfit.
Be like, man, Island and ripping me off from my melanin. And then activity keeping my melanin low. I'm turning white legged.
Bro. Yeah, this kid lost, man. I like Gary Russell, man, but we can't be out here making excuses. Can't make this a color thing. I don't want to hear nobody telling me I need to be sticking to the code. Stick code, brother. Stay on code. Whatever, man.
Hell yeah.
Man,
well, I gotta run. It's time to feed the baby. Thanks for having me on. Y'all have a great one, man.
All right, Cayenne. I'm out of you up, man. I got a strike for doing the show earlier, man. So I'm gonna send him an email, see if we can get that resolved. If not, look for me over here on the lives. All right.
All right, cool.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. I think it was that thumbnail, Reg. I used that Showtime thumbnail, bro.
Oh, they took, man, they tripping on that shit.
Yeah, thumbnails. Yeah, they starting to crack down on thumbnails. I remember Blood Boxing just did a video talking about how he got a thumbnail for using Marvin Hagler's picture. He got a strike.
Oh yeah, for the doc. That was Blood said that.
Yeah.
I be using their thumbnail. You mean they pictures or something, right?
I used the Showtime thumbnail for my picture, but also throughout the fight though, like you know me, I'll put a screenshot up of the fight while I do commentary. Like but I ain't play no audio, I ain't play no video. But they gave me a strike. They gave me a takedown notice, took the video down, gave me a strike instantly. All of that instant.
Wait, what was the video from? Because Matchroom did that shit for me last year for the AJ fight. I hadn't even
for the fight tonight. I got a strike tonight from CBS Rock.
You might have to what's that shit? Appeal that shit because they may have thought you was playing the fight. Because I doubt that shit on, and they, matter of fact, the Zone or Matchroom, one of them did it because it came back. That's who it was. I just didn't know how to appeal it, so I just said, you know, me back there, I was like, fuck it, they can add a strike. But before I even went live, these fools hit me for a copyright strike. Like, what the fuck? And they was doing it to a lot of people without ever going live and showing anything. So that's why I'm like, start just putting what's that bullshit on there called
no video commentary.
Yeah, no video and shit. Yeah. It's just appealing. You'll get that shit back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send him an email tomorrow and all of that stuff and let him know, like, yo, I didn't show no audio, I didn't show y'all video. I was just talking about the fight. I thought that was fair use. So either they'll do a retraction, I can appeal it, or they can do a retraction, either one. But I'm gonna ask them to retract it first. If not, I'm gonna appeal it. But regardless, if they don't reply after 10 days, I can, you know what I'm saying? It'll automatically go down. But yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah, but I was like, I didn't show y'all video. I didn't show no audio. I just used a screenshot like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's commentary. People use screenshots all the time. They ain't take this one down. But yo, that shit got lit though. That's probably why I looked up. I had over 2,000 people in there. We was getting close to 3,000 people. They were like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I had 3,000 almost. It was like 2,800 and some change doing that commentary, and it was like over 40,000 views. Like this video right here already got 28,000.1 views. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it is what it is. It's part of the game, man. I ain't gonna, like you say, man, we ain't gonna cry bitch about that shit. Create another email, do another channel.
Exactly.
And I still can drop videos over there. I still got my community tab, so I tell people when I go live. So look for the lives over here until we get that resolved. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have a third channel, you know, just in case they try to take this one down. So yeah, we about to open up another channel. So it is.
Wait. So it lets you still do a community tab from that page?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some other shit going. So you must not have an actual strike to stop. Because usually with a strike, you can't do videos.
Like it depends on what you get your strike for. Like if you get a strike for an upload, you'll get an upload strike, and that'll suspend you for a shorter time. But if you get a strike for a live, that's 90 days. But you can still use your community tab. You can still upload. You can still do a premiere and have a live chat. So I can do but you can't have but you can't go live.
And they be taking my functions for everything. That's why when I get strikes, I don't be on there. I can't upload. I can't do shit.
You can't even upload?
No, can't write a post, can't do nothing.
Yeah, I can still do a post. I did a post today and told people, yeah, I'm gonna do the backup show tonight. So it is what it is, man. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Let me keep it moving, and we're gonna be on to the next one. You got anything you want to say? Anything else to close us out about this fight tonight? Any other fights? Even that UFC fight. Did you see the UFC shit?
Oh man, let me talk about that one, man. Excellent shit in that UFC from Francis Ngannou. He showed so many layers and added skills to his game, man. To watch him go out there and fight from off the ground, like to show and display his wrestling and actually showing technique in his wrestling. Ngannou has become a very, very dangerous guy out there. And he was muscling that dude. When he fought Yan, he was muscling Yan. He ended up body slamming the shit out of Yan. Putting him in the chokes and advancing his way up. But once he starts learning submission game, it's gonna be over for a lot of heavyweights. And just seeing how, strong he is crazy. Him fighting John Jones, I know John Jones trying to get up to a heavyweight. He's gonna destroy John Jones. It's gonna be bad to watch John Jones lose that fight, but all dominance comes to an end at some point. John Jones is still one of the UFC's great, and it's cool seeing brothers come in there and leave legendary marks inside of the UFC, which had been originally casted as a white fan base for white combatants and shit. And now you're seeing these black fighters just start taking over. Many of them not starting off with many of the other skill backgrounds, but quickly learning them and adapting to the sport and taking over and dominating. But he showed tremendous ground game in this fight, and it was crazy to see that dude Yan, who was such a dynamic dude, really not be able to display anything. He did some fancy shit, landed some shit on Ngannou, and it had no effect. He landed some kicks to the head. They did nothing to him. He landed what else he landed? Some jabs, really did nothing. Try to go in for a heel lock. He did nothing with it. Ngannou stayed patient, didn't overreact. He'll stay calm, relax, get himself up out of there. This guy got Ngannou down. Ngannou, think he threw a leg kick, or the guy switched levels and grabbed the leg, spinning Ngannou down. He had kind of a top position, and then just to watch Ngannou reverse that shit and end up on top, it was just like, man, this dude is really, really advancing his career. You can definitely tell that Usman has worked on some stuff with him. And even the corner instructions was some great shit in that UFC thing. But it was great shit.
Yeah, man. I think I disagree with you. I think John Jones is super strong, super talented, and yes, I think him and Francis will have a good fight, but John Jones has has more wrinkles in his game and can fight better off the ground than Gann can fight off the ground.
It's time to make it happen. You seen all of John's toughest fights at the 205 position. It was all against guys who were as physically strong as him. He didn't have an easy go with some of those stronger guys up there. His dominance wasn't there once he got up to fighting stronger guys.
Yo, this person right here, I told him to rewind the show. He was like, "You guys are bitter. Garrett Russell will still lose even if he doesn't have an injured shoulder." He was like, "Man, just look at the first 2 rounds, bro. Man, rewind the show. Ain't no, bro. We was clowning Garrett Russell for his excuses. You just got here, bro. He was like, Russell didn't even throw a punch. That's why he lost, bro. We agree. Russell lost. Russell lost. He said he mean the guys in the comments. Who in the comments saying that shit? I don't even see nobody in the comments saying nothing like that. Nah, man, Garrett Russell lost that fight. Shout out to the Philippines. Y'all did y'all thing tonight, man. Y'all won the shit. Hey, look, it ain't his fault Garrett Russell got an injured shoulder. His job is to go in there and perform. Garrett Russell had an injured shoulder before the fight. Then, bro, I hate when motherfuckers don't give people their credit, bro. I hate that shit. I hate it because you supposed to get all your credit if you win. Get that man his props, yo. He beat you, bro. Fair and square. No egg weights. No spiked water. None of that bullshit, yo. We don't play none of that. You won or you lost. You won or you lost. No excuses because you took the check, right? He took the check. He signed the contract. He got in the ring, put his title on the line. But then you want to tell people before the fight, yeah, I'm going in this fight injured. Okay, well, then you say, well, I ain't never 100%. I ain't never heard you say it before. He lost, yo.
Yeah, it's like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Terrence Crawford kicked me in the back of the shoulder in 2008, and my shit been fucked up ever since.
Hell yeah, man. Magsayo beat this man. Fair and square. We don't do that race baiting shit, too. That shit be lame. I don't respect it. I don't support it. Yes, I'm a black guy, but I'm a man, too, bro. I'm honest. I'm not going to be up here saying, yeah, I got to say the black guy won even if he lost. Man, Magsayo is my brother, too. You feel me, Reg? He's my brother, too.
Absolutely.
Cops pull him over. They going to tell him, nigga, get out the car. I'm Filipino. Filipino, nigga, get out the car. Same shit, bro. Same shit, man. Like, he's not my enemy. He's a fighter. He won. Get him in his props. And if you don't want to give Garrett Russell a rematch, so be it. Garrett Russell, move on. But you're going to just stay at 126 forever? Garrett Russell about to be 34 this summer, homie. Yes, he 5'5", but a grown man weighing 126. Come on, bro. At almost 34 years old, it's going to get harder and harder to make that weight. It's going to get harder and harder. Yes, Garrett Russell is a better boxer. He has better lateral movement. He's faster. But he lost. None of that shit matters. Wait, is he a better boxer than Gary? It don't matter. He beat Gary. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the better team don't win the Super Bowl. The other people might have the quote-unquote better team, but they still lose. Execution, injuries. That shit is a part of the game. We can't take it away with football, soccer, basketball, none of the other things. We ain't going to take it away tonight, and we ain't going to take away this young man's victory. This man did something special for his country. He did something special for his family. He came in there healthy. He's been active. Don't let the activity. Don't forget the activity. So, nah, man, we ain't going to take away this guy's victory. Nah, we ain't going to do that. I'm not going to do it just for the sake of saying, well, you know we got to stay on code, Reggie. What we going to do, Reggie? What we going to say? I got it. It was his outfit. He didn't have the right outfit on. That's why he lost. He needed his African guard for the spirit of the ancestors. No, man, my brother lost, bro. He lost.
He had too much air on his arms.
Yeah, first it was the moon boots.
No.
It was the moon boots before. That's why he lost the Loma. And then he lost the night because of he didn't have the spirit of the ancestors with him, with his African garb on and the leopard prints on. No, man, I ain't trying to disrespect Mr. Russell. I'm just saying, bro, you lost, bro. It's all good. I hate that shit. Take the loss like you would take your win, man. Close fight, competitive fight. You only lost by 1 round. Close on the judges, not close in the eyes of some people watching at home. Over 64% of the Showtime viewing audience thought he lost. 64%. Over here, we took a poll of 339. 86% said he lost. Actually, 90%, if you count the 4% at the bottom, said, yeah, he lost, but he can win a rematch. 90% out of 339. No, I'm not about to be up here saying he won. And congratulations to Francis. Francis won this fight to me off of pure strength and will too, Reggie. He was just so strong, bro. Like every time dude put him in a submission, he was just able to peel his way out of it. Just brute strength. The takedowns. Yeah, man. The dude is just one with his strength and his wrestling ability. But it was times where I was like, damn, he can't shoot for no guillotine right here. Like, cause he put him in the headlock, but no guillotine. It was times where he had him in position. I was like, oh, is he about to go for an arm bar or something? Nope. About to go for a Kimura, triangle, anything? Nope. So I think he definitely needs to work on his submission game, like you said. But go ahead.
Yeah, no. Once he develops that submission games, having the raw strength that he has is much needed inside of MMA. The one thing he can work on, I gonna say it's the cardio issues because I did see him getting tired, along with the other opponent, who was a very fluid heavyweight. The other dude is super fluid as a heavyweight, moves like he's in a lower class, and it's just the power of Ngannou took everything away from him. But Ngannou was seriously tired going into that final round. I just think more added cardio with him. They keep going on with what they're doing. Nobody's gonna really stop him, man. Nobody's gonna stop him unless he just gets older and can no longer, keep the paces up. Because kind of cardio with even some great fighters, cardio becomes an issue for a lot of them sometimes. That's where you begin to see them taper off. And it's not even a thing of like, oh, they've slowed down, they lost what is that shit? They lost a step or things like that. Sometimes just being the lung capacity isn't there anymore, or the lungs can't maintain that pace and the heart can't maintain the pace. And that catches up with them if they're dealing with where they can't get a shot out there. But hopefully his cardio issues don't become issues against some other guys out there. But I don't think he has too much to worry about in this division anymore, especially with him improving in every other aspect. And that's what MMA is about. You become well-rounded, not just to be when you can't get the heavy punches in there where you used to knocking people out. You get to tap into other things. And with him, he caught Gan with an early shot. He rocked Gan.
Yeah,
and Gan was getting hit with that punch. Gan stayed away from that shit. He kept moving around. Yeah, and Ngannou really couldn't get anything in there. So he started trying to throw some kicks. But once he got Yan against that cage, and it was crazy even seeing Yan trying to wrestle, try to take him down early. Yan tried to take him down, and he did a good thing sprawling and staying on his feet and displaying his strength there. But Yan is a very strong dude. It ain't like Yan is some small dude. He just looked very weak in comparison to this dude.
Thanos, right. Right. Francis was in there looking like Thanos, man. So yeah, we all look weak. But yeah, man, he did. Yo, and I think old boy, like against anybody else, he would have won that fight.
Yeah. Anybody else, he would. Yan definitely be a champion. Definitely.
How much time do you think Francis got left in this sport, man?
He talking about he want a boxing match next. He like, fuck Dana White. I'm a boxer. I started out as a boxer. I don't want to spend too much time doing this without getting a boxing match in. Tyson Fury's been speaking up on Ngannou recently. I think that'll be a mega fight between those two. Get him in the ring, and I don't think he has to worry about Dana White holding that shit back, because Dana tried to play him on some contract stuff, and his contract is expired with this fight. He's still champion, but it get
bro.
He's
gonna beat the Gypsy King.
He may not beat him, but at least he'll get paid hefty. Because I think he only made $600,000 base off of this fight.
Damn, that's it.
Yup, that's it. He only got 100,000 more than the Sling Man. Sling Man G.
Gary Russell, the Sling Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, regardless, man. I wish Gary Russell nothing but the best. And but he definitely lost his fight. And I think this guy right here, he deserves that big payday. Because I buy that fight versus him and Tyson Fury just for the spectacle. You know what I'm saying? Just to support it. But I think Tyson Fury beat him. Better fundamentals. Better fundamentals. Say what you want to about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has a lot of tools in the toolbox. Little sneaky things he does in the ring. And I ain't talking about what y'all mean. I'm talking about how he sweeps with the left hook to knock your hand out the way just to land his right hand. Like little things like that. The same thing the guy Marq Magsayo did to win his type. I mean, to get this shot. When he knocked out Seha or whatever. Yeah, he swung that left hook, he missed, he jumped in, he swung the left hook again to knock his opponent's hands out the way and to land his right hand. So little sneaky things like that, man. Small little traps. But that's all I got, man. Y'all know I love y'all and I love this boxing. I love this combat sport thing. So I'll chop it up with y'all about this shit all night. And it has been all night. So Red, you got anything you want to say to take us home, bro?
That's it, man. Y'all sling forward.
Yo, plug your channel, bro.
And Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, man. 1 and 2 news. I mean, politics and news with Reggie Owens, and book and reading with Reggie Owens. We're gonna get back to reading next week. But that's all I got, folks. Peace.
Appreciate it, man. Been another great episode of Getting a Strike with marqnash. Yeah, I got a strike on my main channel, so just type in marqnash. That's my main channel. The logo looks like this. So that's the main channel. This is the backup channel over here, but I'm gonna change the logo to this. So and I'm gonna put my Breaking Beats logo up so y'all will know it's the Breaking Beats Live, but it's marqnash Live, man. So look for me. I'm gonna look for you. Let me see if I can change it real quick so y'all will know it's me in the chat. All right, here we go. Bam. All right, here we go. So yeah, that's the logo right there. That's the show. Show is called Breaking Beats. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. I thank y'all for your time and energy. At the end of the day, man, we got to say congratulations to Marq Magsayo. Congratulations to the Philippines. You guys got you a new champion. Mr. Gary Russell Jr. is back to the drawing board. I wish you nothing but health, wealth, and prosperity. I'm going to do an episode next talking about what's next for Gary Russell Jr. We also talk about this alleged robbery more. But no. Marq Magsayo, congratulations, my brother. You deserve it. Shout out to everybody who pulled up. Shout out to everybody who subscribed to the new channel over here, with the backup channel. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see y'all later on today or tomorrow. All right. It's your man marqnash. Remember, dreams require sleep, goals require effort. Go out there to marqnash.com, put in that promo code NASH27 and get you some merch or something. Get you a shirt, all right? Let me see. Yeah. There we go. Get you a shirt or something. Go to marqnash.com, put in that promo code, get you a merch. Get you some merch, get you some merch. Appreciate it. I love y'all. Hope you love yourself. Even if you don't, guess what? I love you and God loves you too. Good night.
This that squad sound.